All right, peace and blessings, peace and blessings. Assalamu alaikum, shalom. Welcome, 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 everyone. We are live and we are live. Our topic that we're dealing with today is reclaiming our narrative, discussing historical representation and controlling our own stories. We want to welcome Earthman to the house. Peace and blessings, Earthman. We are glad that you're here. You're the first one in the audience today. All right. So reclaiming our own narrative, reclaiming our narrative. So when we talk about reclaiming our narrative, Sister Cassie, what does the word narrative mean to you?
Foundation. That's what I'm thinking. The foundation, reclaiming our foundation. Mm-hmm. To me, narrative. You know, that's the only thing I can think of right now. But I need to look that word up. Let me find out for you.
Okay.
Find out. Narrative.
And while Sister Cassie is looking that up, we want to welcome Earth Angel 1105 Remix. Peace and blessings, Sister Earth Angel. We are glad that you are here with us today.
Okay, a narrative is a story or an account of a series of related events, whether fictional or non-fictional, presented through words, images, or a combination of both.
Okay.
I would say the story, mm-hmm. The accounts of a story, the accounts of our history, where it all started for us. A lot of people think it just started from slavery. It did not. It started way back before slavery. We were kings, queens, and inventors. Don't forget mm-hmm. that everything you're looking at in America was invented by Black people. Mm-hmm. I don't know who understands, but Elvis's music was created by a Black man. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that. Who knew that? Mm-hmm. I'm like, really? I just seen it. The Black man, my husband just showed it to me. And I was like, Elvis sounded just like him. The moves and everything. I was like, whoa. But see, that's the narrative. It started not with Elvis, it started with a Black man. See, a lot of our stuff, that's the narrative of our story. Mm-hmm. The beginning was we were great, and we still are. But you got people that stole everything from you, telling you you're nothing. Mm-hmm. Telling Africa that they're a poor country, but they over there taking all of the, they robbing Africa blind. But you telling me I'm poor, but you over here, why you over there? If we so poor, and if it's a shithole country, why you there? Taking all that shit, huh? Is that what you taking home? Is that what you taking back with you? I'm just saying. Because that's what you taking back from Africa. You taking poop or you taking gold? Because I know one person said it was a shithole country. So what you taking back from that shithole country? You have lights because of that country. You have food. You're feeding your country. The narrative, where did it all begin? Mm-hmm. And I rest that.
So let me ask you, can there be multiple narratives, and these multiple narratives, can they all be correct?
You know what? It's multiple narratives depending on where you started, where you cut, okay, for instance, we grew up believing one thing, right? That wasn't the true narrative, right? Mm-hmm. What the true narrative was in the beginning for us, that, there were Black folk all over the world. That's how it started. Mm-hmm. The narrative is not that now, but that's the true narrative. So I believe that in the midst of generations, the narrative, the truth, becomes distorted. You got a lot of white folk believing that they built America. That's here first. That all white folk did not. That all white folk was in the Quran. That's their narrative. But is it a correct narrative? No. How did it become the lie? Was because the story changed and who was telling the story. So depending on who's telling the story, you either got a lie narrative or you got a truthful narrative. A lot of white folk talking a whole lot of noise. They got a whole lie. Them Israelites, them Jewish folk over there, they got their narrative, which is a whole lie, but they fooled the whole world. But that narrative is getting ready to be discovered. Okay, who the real people are. It's coming. It's coming now. Around now, who the real people are. So that's a different narrative. So depending on who's telling the story. And not all narratives are true, especially if the wrong person is telling it.
Okay. So,
And depending on who
so,
you telling the story.
mhm. So then, is it in reality? Then is it just one narrative, and then from that one narrative, there can be other narratives, but they're not truthful.
Right, right. We have a narrative, right? Black folk
Mhm,
got a narrative, but
mhm,
let them white folk tell it. Depending on who's telling the story, you can get a
mhm,
whole different narrative. They told you wasn't this, you wasn't that, you wasn't it, da, 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 da. You were monkeys, you were lazy. But that's their narrative of black people, but that's not the true narrative. So yes, it is one narrative, but several people are telling the story. So you got several narratives. So eventually, the truth comes out. That
mhm.
lie don't last forever.
Right,
It don't
right,
last forever. Even now, that we're beginning to hear who the real Jews are, right? We're beginning
right.
to hear the
Mhm,
fake ones and how they stole the land in 1948 and how they're getting ready to have a red heifer and how they're getting ready to sacrifice. That's idolatry, right?
right.
You saying you're the real people, but you got the biggest land of homosexuality. That's
Mhm,
where the biggest land,
mhm,
okay?
mhm,
All that pedophilia over there, all
mhm,
that nastiness. And now you're getting ready to do idolatry to a red heifer because you're trying to bring the Bible into your time. You can't do that.
mhm.
So,
Ex-
yeah, the narrative does change depending on who tells the story.
mm, Okay, excellent, excellent. Brother Isaiah, you got anything you want to add in that?
Yeah, I mean, Sister Kathy is correct and dead on the head, on the nail, however you want to put it.
Mm-hmm.
The story and the matrix of the white man's narrative had totally destroyed, turned upside down the world in which we're living in. There's no excuse for this. And like we said for many times on the show, that the only people who are capable of dismantling this false fictional narrative of white supremacy, white superiority, which is an overreaction to black oppression, is the black man and woman. They've stolen, stolen, stolen our truthful narrative of being the creators of every civilization on the planet. All of the disciplines, medicine, law, architecture, astronomy, astrology, physics, math, you name it, come from us. And none of that came from white folks. I mean, yeah, it came from white folks. And even when you look at the ancient Greeks during the Hellenistic period, they admit that they get all of their knowledge from black folks from Egypt. And you can't help but to look at the Greeks and Romans civilization and architecture, and it's ping pong exactly the same as that of Egypt. And they knew then that they didn't create shit. They got everything from us and put their name on it. Were you talking about Galen for medicine, or were you talking about Copernicus? Were you talking about all of those wannabe so-called experts who were white, and there were no white people back then? Being white was created in 1680. So we're talking about a people who, and I think I sent it to you, a picture of a white boy, older man, groveling on the ground and having his hand up, reaching towards an Egyptian priest, asking, "Dear God or God, teach me what you know." That's not no bullshit. These people are still white folks are still animals. We civilized these motherfuckers 3 times. Once in Egypt, once in Greece and Rome, and now coming out of Spain. They don't know how to maintain shit. They know how to fuck up shit. And if you, I came across, I'm gonna send it when I get done. But I want to come. I'm gonna send you all of the deceitful things that Trump had done through his life. Well, you're talking about the university that he scammed a lot of people. This motherfucker crazy. For white folks love bullshit.
Wait a minute, I know you talk about Trump. I thought Trump was your boy.
No. It's up to a point.
Trump was your best friend.
No, hold on, Blair. Don't get on my back. What other choice we had? I wasn't going for Biden. That motherfucker is a goddamn pedophile, and his son. And white folks are fucked up.
Oh, Trump was a pedophile too. He was at that island too, sweetheart. Trust that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But look, we've been following these motherfuckers into the pit of hell with gasoline draws on. You know what I mean? It don't make no motherfucking sense, but we got more sense than that. And once we get control of the narrative that is truthful, then it liberates everybody. I think, it might not liberate white folks because they're so stuck on the narrative of white that they can't see niggas doing anything. They've been tricked. You know what I mean? Bamboozled, lied to by their forefathers, starting with because I don't want to go too far off, but you got to mention it, starting with Blumenbach and Meisner, who said on their deathbed that the lies they told about being white and niggas being closer to monkeys, all that shit been debunked. You feel me? So now white folks are facing a hella thing. They got to realize that they're the closer to the monkeys. That their daddy and their mama, which is black men and women, without us, they could not be and would not be. And therefore, and this is my last thing, fuck all white folks.
Hey, I want to also mention that even now today, how the narrative, they changed the narrative of black people by the music that we listen to, and also the TV shows. All black TV shows or black women are hoes, or they're highly sexed, and the drugs, and that's a different narrative. Who's telling that story? That's not who black people are.
No.
So you're changing the face of who we really are, the narrative of who we really are, to your negative narrative, to your negative racist narrative. How even who was that young man? The show where the black man had raped a white woman, and then what is it? Oh man, it was a play. It was a movie back in the day.
Okay.
Come on, it's a movie back in the day, and they showed the black man looking like a monkey, right? That raped the white woman, and then now they have, the assumption that all black men want to rape white women. Oh my God, I can't.
I don't remember that one.
But seriously, hold on, it's a movie, and Michael B. Jordan, I think, had come up with a new version of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they was, oh man, I'm gonna think of it. Hold on, give me a minute. I'm gonna find that movie.
But you're right too, Sister Kathy. It's so important to understand that when we play music, whether it's back in the Aztec Mayan civilization, whether it's back during the time of the Indians in America, and I don't want to say Indian, but just make it more simple, and during the time of Spain or Rome or Egypt, we understood frequency. 528 megahertz and others that were more harmonic and harmonious to our mind, body, and soul. And so when you look at the music of today versus, I don't know, what's some of the old Isaac Hayes, you know what I mean? Even Luther Vandross, you can feel it. A big ass difference. What's up, bro? A big ass difference. You feel me? So we understood the harmonious vibrations and frequency of the universe, of the earth, because everything that is up is down, down is up. Everything that's in is out, out is in. We understood, and our ancestors circumnavigated the universe, literally. Literally. Because what is out in the universe is in you. What is in you is in the universe. It's the exact same thing. And I think I had sent the thing about the so-called wannabe Big Bang and how our ancestors saw it. I think I sent that to you. I don't know if I did. I'm pretty sure I did, but I talked about it on my show. Not last night, but because there was too much goddamn music being played loud. But the one before it. You know what I mean? And what that meant, it resonated. It's like, that makes a motherfucking goddamn sense. A lot of white folks ain't got no goddamn sense now. They don't, you know what I mean? They stupid. They actually believe that they running something, and all they doing is running it into the ground. Because if you look at the Egyptian civilization, when they came and took over, they ran that motherfucker into the ground. When they took it over Roman Greece, they ran it into the ground. When they took over the Spanish domination and Europe domination by the Moors, they ran it down. They ran it into the fucking. They don't know what to do, man. And I'll throw it back at you. But we need. Oh, did you see the one? I think I sent it to you. It's supposed to have happened. There's a black guy who son got killed, and he waited for the police. He waited on the police, and nothing didn't happen. And then he did the same thing to the police officer that shot his son, shot his daughter before that prom, killed her right then and there. Whether that's real or not, I don't know. But the concept is still the same. Kill these motherfuckers. And I don't even understand why Yemen, Iran, Iraq, you name it, ain't killed these motherfuckers. Blow that shit up. Hospitals, homes, everything, and get your ass out there and start blowing their fucking brains out. It's just that goddamn simple. Ain't no. I'm gonna kneel down and pray to Allah. Man, fuck you. Is that the God you fucking serving? Fuck him too. You know what I mean? That shit don't make no damn sense. Blow all that shit up. They got the weapons. We got the weapons. You ain't gonna never see Traore talking about well, you know, cause they got a French ship is right off the shore of Ivory Coast. The battleship. If they want something, come and get it, motherfucker. Come and get this. Come and get these bullets. Cause we got a bowl of your ass, bitches. But they ain't coming. They ain't coming. Man. Fuck all white folk. They bullshitting. As soon as you can get past the glaze and the smoke, ain't nothing but a bunch of bitches and bastards. Talking all that shit.
But let's not forget, back in the day, the cities that had guns had less hangings. Remember that? Okay. They didn't mess with them black folk when they had guns. They went right on into them black folk that didn't. Okay. But see, we have to understand the movie I was talking about was Birth of a Nation. Remember?
Right.
That's how another way how they ruined our black men's image and got everybody thinking that they want these white women that don't bathe. Okay, I'm just saying. Who be saying? What that white woman said? I know I smell like doo doo.
But look, she don't wash her hands when she after taking a shit. Ain't that a man? You want to get your funky asses up out of here. Man, what the fuck? Man, I was done for that. Wow, let me tell you.
I'm just trying to stay on topic tonight. I promise.
No, that is the topic. White folks ain't shit. That is the fucking topic. And as soon as we start seeing them for what they are, hold on. And you know how they try to do us? All these goddamn cartoons with the big lip and you know what I mean? It's fucking wild. But look, that's a cartoon, bitches. Why don't you try to answer to the question that you motherfuckers grow tails, bitches? We grow tails too. I mean, the black men grow tails. But I was in the front.
Oh Lord!
I remember. Look, I don't want to go too far off the top, but I remember when he wrote the book "Nigga" or something like that. I can't remember his name, but you know what I'm talking about. Damn, you know what I'm talking about. Dick Gregory. And so he was at an airport. And a little kid came up to him and asked, "Do you grow tails? Do you black people grow tails? You know, something like that." And then he said, "We do, but our tails grow in the front." That's where I get that from. So you know, I throw it back at you.
All right, thank you, brother Isaiah. I want to welcome Queen. I know who I am. Peace and blessings, Queen. We're glad you're here. I want to welcome Brother Willie Rivers to the program. Peace and blessings, Brother Willie. We're glad you're here. Sheila Neal, we want to welcome you to the program. Peace and blessings, Queen. We are glad you are here. We thank everybody for showing up. And our topic that we're talking about today is reclaiming our narrative, discussing historical representation and controlling our own stories. So we're going to do a little quasi-test. So make sure get you a piece of paper, get you a pen or a pencil, and let me know when you are ready to go. So everybody in the chat, if you can get yours too, because we may call on you for an answer. Brother Isaiah, you got your paper and pencil? Lord have mercy.
I guess it's a yes.
Okay, now you're ready. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to call out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 words. And on your paper, you're going to write, when I say the word, write down what comes to your mind. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when I say this word? All right? Sister Cassie, you ready? Brother Isaiah, you ready? All right. Chat, I hope y'all ready too. First word, America. Second word, slavery. Third word, Jesus. Fourth word, life. Fifth word.
Now, hold on. What's the third one? I'm sorry. What's the third one?
The third word is Jesus.
Okay.
Okay. The fourth word is light.
Right?
Light. Life.
Oh,
life.
Life.
F-E, life. The fifth word is white. Like the color white. That's the fifth word. Sixth word, Million Man March.
Million Man March?
Yes. Seventh word is woke. Eighth word is history.
Distant?
History.
Oh, history.
History.
Okay.
Ninth word is black. Tenth word is Farrakhan.
Is what now?
Farrakhan.
Oh, Farrakhan. Okay.
11th word, African American. 12th word, Satan.
Well, you know who that one is.
Okay, so those are the 12 words. Those are the 12 words. Now, the purpose is that when we begin discussing what these words bring up in your mind, we're going to see is the narrative same, similar, different. We're going to see where we are because all of us share the same mindset. We all share the same mindset. Now let's see whether our narrative is together or separate. Are you ready, Brother Isaiah?
Yes, sir.
Nobody can't change your answers. Whatever you got on your paper, that's what you got on your paper. No changing. All right. Sister Cassie, the first word was America. What did you write?
Racist.
Racist.
I put racist.
Okay. Brother Isaiah, what did you write?
Freedom.
Freedom. Okay.
Okay.
I know you're gonna jump on my back.
I want you to
Don't be lying now. Don't be lying.
Explain it to us. How is it freedom for you? How is it freedom?
Huh? Because I was thinking about
Money?
No, I mean according to the Constitution,
Oh, well, okay.
No,
Isaiah, I have to wonder about you sometimes. I think I just will have to wonder about you. Okay, freedom for you.
Okay. I came up with hell. That's what
hell. Okay.
Hell.
Hell.
Hell, yes.
Hell, freedom, and racist. Somebody wrong. Something going on around here. Hell, freedom, and freedom. Hell, freedom, and race. I'm trying to understand that too, Isaiah. Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna Brother Willie in the chat. When we say America, what is your answer? What comes to your mind? So, Brother Willie, if you can type that in the chat real fast. Ooh, like Queen, I know that I am. She already on it.
Oh, yeah, she on it. All right, Queen. Go ahead, Queen.
Queen said racist.
Yeah. Thank you, Queen. Freedom. Who said freedom? I'm just trying to understand, Isaiah. I don't know. Maybe because you over there in the DR. Maybe that's because maybe that's the understanding, but that ain't our understanding who live here. Who grew up here.
Okay. I bet. I said y'all gonna get on my back about that.
Brother Willie said oppression. Brother Willie said oppression. Now notice we're dealing with racist, hell, oppression, and what did Queen say? Queen said races again.
Okay.
So we got two races, we got one hell, we got oppression, and Isaiah the only damn person that putting a crown on America for freedom. What the fuck is going on?
That's what I'm wondering. That's why I think we have to get out
there. I hit it right on the nail. Y'all gonna get on my back. See it?
Because how could you say that though?
But I said it, and that was the first word that came to my mind. Because I was thinking about
what?
We hold these truths, you hold these truths, you know what I mean, in the Constitution, all that. Now, I ain't getting nothing personal. I'm just saying, you know what I mean. It's like, okay, what does America represent? Freedom.
To you.
To me, yeah. I ain't gonna lie. You said to write down the first word that come to my mind. What came to my mind.
Okay, we're gonna see the rest of them.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
Depending on the rest of the words, I'm gonna see
what he gonna say next.
The next 12 words. Okay.
Let's move on. Let's move on. Go to the next
one. All right. Word number 2 is slavery. Sister Cassie, what you come up with?
Hurt.
Brother Isaiah?
White folks.
Okay.
What do you want to say, Sister Kathy?
I came up black. That's what came to my mind, black. Queen, I know who I am. What did she come up with?
It's
Reparations.
Reparations. All right. Yes.
Good job.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. Earth Angel, what did you come up with slavery? Throw us your answer in that you came up with. Okay, so while we wait for Earth Angel's reply, notice we got hurt, white folk, black, and reparations.
Yes. I'm loving it.
Now that's all right there. So come on, Earth Angel.
Reparations. That's a good word right there, though.
Very good. Very good.
We're going to get it too.
Exactly.
It's time.
Exactly.
It is time.
So we're going to go to the next word while we're waiting for Earth Angel. And then Sheila Neal, we're looking for your answer on this next word that comes up. The third word, Jesus. So Cassie, what did you write for Jesus?
Caesar Borgia.
Caesar Borgia. Isaiah?
Lies. Lies.
Okay. I had control. I had control, and let's see.
Caucasian. Queen said Caucasian. I love her. Queen. That's my girl right there. That's my girl right there.
Okay, Sheila Neal, what did you come up with on the word Jesus? So we had Caesar Borgia, lies, control, white folk, Caucasians, and we're waiting on Sheila Neal's reply. Okay.
Isaiah, what'd you say again?
Lies.
Lies.
Yep. So we're good on there. Okay. Word number 4 is life. Life. And Brother Willie, you're next. We're looking for your answer on the word life. All right, Sister Cassie.
Queen had death. Okay. I said struggle.
You said struggle. Okay. Isaiah?
Amazing. I said struggle.
You said struggle? Oh.
Struggle.
Woo.
Amazing.
Isaiah, is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
And unbelievable, but I said struggle as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Okay.
Great minds, I tell you. Oh, man.
Okay.
Wow.
Brother Willie, what did you say for life? Okay, Brother Willie said independence. Independence.
Okay.
And what did Queen say?
She said death.
Death. So we had 3 struggles, independence, and we had death. Interesting. Okay. So we're looking for 5. White. 5 is white.
Disgust.
Okay.
Disgust. Queen had devils. I love it. I love it.
Brother Isaiah?
Page.
Slave.
Okay. All right.
I had evil.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got disgust, slave, evil, and what did Queen say?
She said devils.
Devils. Excellent. Excellent.
I love it.
Okay.
Go ahead, Queen. Oh, Lord.
All right. Brother Willie says wicked.
Okay.
Wicked.
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay.
Yes.
So for 6 Million Man March. Million Man March. All right, Sister Cassie, what you got?
I said Farrakhan.
I said Farrakhan. Okay. Brother Isaiah.
Kill all white folks.
One word, Isaiah. Kill.
All right, kill.
Okay, I said power. What did Queen say for
Farrakhan?
Farrakhan? Okay.
Yep, Farrakhan.
All right. Brother Willie, what you say? For Million Man March, what you say, Brother Willie? And while we're waiting on Brother Willie's answer, we want to welcome Sister Nicole. Peace and blessings, Sister Nicole. We're glad that you're with us, Queen. Right now, we're giving out our answers. We took a little quasi test to see do we share a same narrative, since we all have the same type of thinking, and we're calling on the chat to answer as well. And it looks like we're all in lockstep, except when it comes to America. Brother Isaiah thinks everybody else.
I told y'all gonna get on my back about that. Y'all ain't gonna let up. Y'all ain't gonna let up.
Lord.
You said what came to my mind first, not what I thought.
He think he's free. Freedom. Freedom. Okay. Well, he is. He's in DR, so he is free from America. I'm just saying he's out of it. So it is freedom for him. I mean, I'm trying to help you out, bro.
Look, I done erased it. I done erased it now. So yeah.
No, don't erase it. That's your truth. That's your truth.
Exactly. And Brother Willie says Farrakhan. Okay. So that's good. We got Farrakhan, kill, and we got power, Farrakhan, and Farrakhan. Good job. Good job. Okay. Next word is woke. Woke. Okay.
Black
so
folk.
Cassie?
Black folk.
Black folk. Okay. Brother Isaiah?
Freedom.
Freedom. Okay. I said lies.
Okay.
Okay.
Whoa, lies. Why'd you say that?
Because the cracker done took over woke and made it their shit and it's blaming that bullshit on us. So it's fucking lies.
I'm snatching it back. I'm snatching it back. We snatching that word back. Cause we're gonna walk in that woke this honey. I don't give a damn what they try to take. I snatch it back. I don't care what you call it. We snatching it back and black folk gonna walk in it. At some point we gonna get there. They always trying to steal something. Now we ain't giving them that word. We woke. That's right. Shoot. Exactly. They get mad because we woke too. Shoot.
What did Queen say for 7 for woke?
Queen said sleep.
Sleep.
Okay. She said sleep.
Sleep. Brother Willie, what you say for woke? Okay, so we had for woke, since Cassie said black folk. What'd you say, Isaiah?
Freedom.
Freedom. Okay.
Yeah.
I said lies. Queen said sleep. Brother Willie says aware.
Aware. Wow. Okay. I like.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Word number 8, history. History. Let me write this down here. Okay. Sister Cassie?
False.
False. All right. Brother Isaiah?
Black.
Black. Okay. I wrote unknown. What did Queen got?
Queen had history. His story.
His story.
H-I-S.
Okay. His story.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
His story. Yeah.
His story. Okay, gotcha.
Awesome, Queen.
Mm-hmm. Brother Willie, what you got? So we got false, black, unknown, his story.
Mm-hmm.
And soon Brother Willie type his in there, we'll see what he had. Okay, let's go to the next one while we're waiting on Brother Willie.
Okay.
So the 9th word is black. And Sister Nicole, we coming to you next. So you have an answer for this one. The first word, when you hear the word black, you got to tell us the first word that comes to your mind. All right, Sister Cassie, black.
Trendsetters.
Trendsetters. Okay. Brother Isaiah.
Gold.
I like that.
Right.
Okay, you make it up, Isaiah. You make it up. Queen has power. I think Maurice is stuck. Isaiah, can you hear me?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I thought.
Are we back?
Yeah, I think we're back now.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, so Cassie, you said trendsetters.
Mm-hmm.
Brother Isaiah said gold. I said power. What did Queen say?
Power.
She said power too?
Power.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Power.
Go ahead, Queen.
All right. Let's see. For history, Brother Willie said pass.
Okay.
Now I want to welcome Narma X to the program. Peace and blessings. Narma, we're glad that you're here.
What did Nicole say about number 9? Nicole, what did you say?
Nicole, what did you say for number 9?
For black.
For black. What did you say for black, Sister Nicole?
We'll get her answer. All right, Norma. We're going to let Norma help us with number 10. We're going to need your answer, number 10, Norma X. Number X.
Definitely. So number 10, we're going to move on to number 10. Brother Willie, we're coming back to you too. All right. So the word for 10 is Farrakhan. Sister Cassie?
Legend.
Okay. Brother Isaiah?
Truth.
Okay. Perfect. I said Jesus.
Oh, wow. Okay. How come?
Why? You said why come? Because I look at him as a man who sacrificed his life for our people. He's out there every day putting his life on the line, even though he's up in his 90s. But he's still doing it, still teaching, and still making it happen. Okay. And he taught us how to love each other.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. Awesome.
What did Queen say?
Queen said NOI.
NOI. Okay.
NOI. Yep.
Right. Then Nama says prophet.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Looks like Brother Willie original. Brother Willie said original.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. For 11, African American. Sister Cassie, you say?
I put Africa.
Africa.
Okay. Africa.
Brother Isaiah?
I put Indian.
Indian. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I put slave.
Wow. Okay.
Mhm.
How come?
I put slave because it's like all of the terms, but it is a made up term. And it was a term that was approved on us by our slave master. And so I don't view African Americans as Black people, because African Americans, they love their America and they'll die for their America. So fuck them, they still slaves.
Man, you know what? When I say that word, when I say Africa, I'm talking about the woke ones. Those coons, I didn't consider them as anything. I don't consider them, because I told you we're gonna have to see them as nothing in order for us to take care of them. Because when they come after you, you're gonna have to see them as nothing. Seriously. So I'm not even including them in any of these answers, because they're not even true anythings. They have been brainwashed and have sold out Black folks. So we already know that it's going to be a time when we're going to have to hurt them in order to get to their masters. We're going to have to take them out first, because they're going to send them after us anyway. So, I have to look at them as nothings, because you ain't going to hurt me for your master. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I got to look at them as nothings.
What did Queen say?
Queen said Jesse Jackson. She said Jesse Jackson. Oh my God. I think about that. That's who changed it, didn't it? Queen, yep. That's who changed it, y'all. Jesse Jackson, boy, I tell you. That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh my God.
Norma says Musk is an African American.
Oh man, that is so funny, man. Thank you for that, Queen.
All right, last word. Satan.
Evil.
All right, Sister Cassie, what you got?
Evil.
Brother Isaiah, what you got?
Well, I had to erase it and put it into a shorter form.
Uh-oh.
I was going to say white folk, but I'm going to say whitey.
White. I said white people.
And Queen said Caucasoids. Caucasoids.
These are pretty fun.
Yes.
Norma X says Saxon.
Okay.
It says Saxon.
Yeah.
Brother Willie, what you say? Brother Willie says white people. All right, excellent. So that our little test here shows that on a lot of the terms we are lock sync, boom, 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 boom. We are lock sync. It really surprised me with life how, especially all three of us said the exact same word, struggle. That was very surprising. What did Brother Willie say for life? I can't read my mind. I think he said independence.
Let me see. I don't know.
What did Queen say again? You see Queen's answer?
Hold on, let me go back up here. Queen, that life was which one? What number?
Life was 4, number 4.
Okay, hold on, let me look. Hold on, let me see. Let me go back up here. 1, 2. Death.
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 So, I said on the program we did on Tuesday, I said that when it comes to life, our people have never really experienced life.
No, we haven't.
We've never experienced it. We've been experiencing illusion, but we've never experienced real life.
A lot of trauma.
Exactly. A lot of trauma. And when we deal with it, honestly, we're not going to be able to experience life until we separate from these demons.
Exactly.
That's the honest, the goodness
and
truth.
have our total own black with a little bit of healing first. A little bit, we got to have that healing because we never healed, never had any, nothing, no help, no healing, nothing. So yes, only until we separate from them, get the healing we need, then we'll really truly experience life.
Exactly. And you know, the majority of our people don't even realize that.
They don't want to be free. They don't want to without white folk. They don't even like themselves enough to be hanging around themselves. Anytime I see a black person with a white person, that's self-hate to me. Self-hatred. And don't even understand how they put themselves in danger. That's the danger, you know, for them. And they don't even understand they're you know how the snake said told who was that? What's the rabbit or somebody, the fox told the rabbit the gingerbread to get on his back. That's what I see white folk. You're on the back of this fox, right? And what happened at the end? He ate them, right? That's how I see black folk when they with a whole group of white folk. I'm like, they could kill you today and won't get no charges. Just like they shot that Peter Spencer in the back. He went hunting with them, right? They shot this man in the back 10 times and they said it was self-defense. Can you imagine that? And nobody went to jail for that. Nobody went to jail. That's the saddest thing on earth to me.
Yeah.
But you risked your life because your woman told you not to go.
Exactly. You know, and when we're dealing with our history, well, first I want to deal with, because Queen said when we dealt with the word history, she said his story.
Yes.
His story. And again, this is a narrative. And that narrative is seen as this is the actual fact history of what really went down. But yet, that's just his story. That's what he says. Now, one of the questions that we have to ask, because we have black teachers, we have to ask, what level of disobedience, or should I say resistance, do they play when it comes to teaching history versus teaching his story? What level of resistance must they have? Because at some point, you know, it's not like you're teaching math, right? Wherever you go on this earth, 1 + 1 is going to equal 2. It ain't going to fucking change.
Right.
But when we're dealing with his story, now what his story is may not actually be truth.
Right.
So the level of rebelliousness, what level of rebelliousness must a black teacher have who's teaching quote unquote history?
Well, we have to go back to Willie Lynch now, because Willie Lynch said, we'll teach them and then we'll let their own teach them. Margaret Sanger said the same thing. We'll show them a black face. We'll teach him, but then we'll show them a black face and we'll release him to teach the rest. You know what I'm saying? So we have to understand a lot of white women, for instance, they teach history, period, in black schools, period. White women teach history. Okay. But my thing is, we're seeing they trained them, and then black women took it and ran with it. They only had to teach it one time. It's like Willie Lynch said, we're teaching one time for a whole year. For a whole year, everybody get on code, and this is what we say, and then they'll take it from there. And that's what's happening. 100%. They teaching it 100%.
So how do you, because that narrative still has to be destroyed. His story still has to be destroyed, right? And it's obvious, I would think, that the parents at home don't know it, so they don't have it to teach the children. What happens? How is that his story destroyed?
for instance, we have to get back to teaching our own history. We have to get back holding these teachers accountable. We're going to first teach them the correct history, and then we're expecting them to pass it along, the truth. So rather than being a Black school, this is the requirement. We have to get back to teaching our own children, but we're going to teach them our history, period. Mm-hmm. We're not bringing the white folk American history over here. This is the curriculum, Black history, Black folk history, the true history, and we're going to hold you accountable. You come in there talking about some stuff that you learned through white folk, you're done. You're fired. We're not doing this. We want the truth right now. And that's at what point we're going to have to be. We're going to have to get serious about this and start holding Black people accountable. Because if you don't know the history, then have a seat until you do, and let some folk that know the history teach it. Mm-hmm. Period. We got to get back to that. We don't want no American history. We want the truth, the true history. Period. Mm-hmm.
Now, in this modern context that we're in, how would you distribute? Would you have them coming out to a class? Would you have them coming on to the internet? How would you?
We're gonna bring them to. You can do it through a class. You can do it through church, because you know a lot of Black folks still at church. I'm just saying. You're gonna teach it any way we can. This is what this is the requirement. This is the true history. This is the only history we won't talk. All that American history, because that's all our children learning right now. They're not learning nothing about Black history. They don't even talk about Black folk but slavery. And they may mention it one time. Slavery all the way back in the back of the book. Black history is. But that's it. They don't know anything about where we came from. They don't know anything about their own. So what do we expect from our children? To get brainwashed? Because that's what they're doing. They're 18 years in their 12 years in their school. Well, 12th grade, 18. They're in their schools teaching our children. And they learn in lies. So now we look at our schools and it's a mess. They don't like themselves. They don't, they're not dating each other. They're dating white women, Mexicans, Spanish. They dating everybody but. And this is going in middle school now, into high school. So we get back to teaching them in the church, online, meeting, in colleges, our Black colleges. Okay, being taught by Black people, and this is the curriculum we're going to teach. That's the only way this is the only way we're going to get back to the basics, the truth. You got a lot of lies out there, and we gonna stick to it. They've trained you in their schools and their colleges, in these white colleges. This is your history, and this is, if you're teaching a history class, this is what you're teaching. No, we're not teaching that. And it's such a shame, because we could actually teach our own history. Yes, we can do the curriculum, but we can get them extra credit. Now, this is what it's saying in the book, but we're going to give you extra credit. And we're going to talk about this over here. Right. That's what I would do. I'm going to bring in some real stuff, okay? Yeah, I'm going to give them that. But this is going to be extra credit. You're going to get an A. This is what I need you to learn. You get an A out of my class. You got to bring it back.
So, Sister Cass, let me ask you this. Now, what if you're doing that, and then you get one of these parents who, want to be like Trump and say that you ain't teaching no nigga history up in here. You ain't teaching no history that's going to make my child feel sad, We're
going to have us, we're talking about white parent, or we're talking about a Black parent? Talking about a Black parent?
Both. We just deal with both. Well, how would
then it's time for some education. Show me the lies. Where's the lies taught? I mean, for years, our children learned the white history for years. Remember the little Ruby Bridges walking through the group of people? Is that not true history? It's not. Did that not happen? See, that's when you have to educate. I'm not going to get upset. We ain't going to start yelling. I need you to have a seat so we can teach you. We're going to point out the lies. Show me the lies. Because I'm going to have my evidence. I'm going to have my receipts, because people need receipts. And that's for Black or white folk.
So let me ask you this, and then chat, we're going to come to you with the same question that I would like your answer on as well. So when they say Black history is American history, what do you say to that? Is that true?
Black history? No. Black history is America's history?
Yeah, that's what they say. Black history is America's history.
No, it's not. No, it's not. That's white folk history. That's white folk history. Let's talk about how our babies were ate by the alligators. Let's let's go way back in the kings and queens. Let's talk about that first. Then we're gonna come down to talk about how we were treated in America. The part that you don't want to teach CRT. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the truth. That's the true history. That's the truth right there. You can't lie. I mean, if you didn't want your history told, you shouldn't have did it. So now you see your history is rotten. And now you don't want nobody to talk about your history, but that's your history. That's your history.
So I just want to make sure I'm getting this right, Sis Cassie. You're saying when they say Black people history is American history, you say it's not. That's what you're saying. It's not.
Okay, let's break this down. When you say American history, CRT, they don't consider CRT American history, right?
No, they don't. They consider CRT race stuff.
Okay. Now we can look at it two different ways. Now, if we're gonna do it, let's break that thing down. So we can, if you're gonna say CRT, that is part of American history. Okay, it is part of American history, but I want you to really teach the Black part of American history. If you're gonna call it American history,
okay. So
teach the CRT part of it.
Now, mind you, but honestly, CRT. Only thing CRT does, it gives the reason. So you would ask a question, well, why is more Black males in prison than any other population, right? So CRT, it goes to and explains why Black people are locked up beyond their representation numbers.
But that's the true history, right? That's the true history.
So your answer to is American history, Black history. Your answer is yes, it is, or no, it's not.
I guess I don't want to say it is, but it is American history. But now, can we include the Black history, the Black part of it, the Black history? Can we American/Black? I mean, because I know they teach American history in high schools, right?
Right.
Which is white folk history. That's why when you say American history, I hear white folk history. That's what I hear. Okay. Now when you say CRT, then I want to say it's Black history is the CRT history. So to me, I guess it is kind of American history, but I want it to be called something different, maybe, because I want to add the Black history to CRT in there. So American history is Black history, but it's not to the point where they're going to really discuss the truth of it.
So, but it either got to be yes or got to be no.
No, because
it can't be in between. It's either yes or no.
You know why I do that? Because American history to me is white folk history. That's the way I see it.
Right.
But then I want to talk about how America treated Black folk.
Okay.
So is that part of American Black history?
I mean, I would think because the two came into contact.
Okay.
So then it would be a part because they, at some point, they came into contact with each other, and then a series of events happened. Right.
So
based on that, it could be. But I don't know. It's whatever you think the answer is.
Man, I hate anything to do with America. I seriously, you can't even ask me that because I guess I got to get out of my mind that it's America, it's white folk stuff, right? I guess I got because it was some Black history but they're not discussing that in those books, though. They're not discussing the Black part of that history, that American history, because they're trying to say it's CRT and it's racist now. So it used to be. But it's not now. So it just depends. I don't know what to say. I don't know. What do you say? Help me out here.
For me, I could see African American history and American history being together. But Black and American history is two different things. They have their narrative, we have our narrative.
Okay,
and
right.
The Black narrative, they will never teach that in school on their own volition.
No,
they will never teach that. Never. So, our narrative, it is what it is. And the only way they're going to learn our narrative is we get into positions of power and make it mandatory to be taught. So, the way I look at it, no, Black history and America's history is not the same history.
But guess what? You just said, when you said that it came together and entwined together. So was it, but if they, so the piece that came together is the CRT part that they want to separate now. You understand what I'm saying?
See, because really CRT was never taught in any school. CRT was a theory that was discussed in colleges. Never taught, but discussed in colleges. So the crackers looked at it and said, "Oh, okay, they're going to bring CRT down and start teaching and then they get all upset because they want to hide the truth, which is y'all motherfuckers owe us. Y'all did some shit to us that y'all should never have done, and goddamn it, it's time to be held responsible."
Right.
And so you as a parent may not be here, but your children will pay that fucking price.
Right.
And so they don't want that to be known. So they say, we're not going to have none of this. If you're teaching something that's going to make little Sarah cry, it's not allowed.
But it doesn't matter that you made my baby cry. It doesn't matter though, huh?
Exactly.
Okay. So to me, that's that American history. Okay. But I'm telling you, it still has to be American history, but that is still a part of America's history, how Black folk was treated, right?
Right.
So I know American history.
Remember now, you got to remember how they teach it. Now, I remember when I was in school and was learning that, we were slaves, this, that, and that. I didn't see nothing glorious about Black folk because you was a subservient person that always got whooped or kicked or did this or did that. And it was like you're not fitting in the system where you need to fit in. You're just being, somebody that's not valued, right? Okay. And so when you look at Abraham Lincoln, and you say, "Ooh, Lincoln freed the slaves. He was a good man. Yeah, I want to be like this, and I want to do this." They show you white. But they don't teach you that Abraham Lincoln said, "I don't give a damn, free or slave. The only thing I want to do is save my union. I just want to save my country."
He didn't care nothing about slaves. It had nothing to do with slaves.
But that wasn't mentioned in school. That wasn't taught in school. They never taught us. They taught us about Gandhi being this nice.
He was racist, though.
But they never taught us he was racist.
Yeah.
They never taught us he didn't like Black folk. They never taught us that he wanted to be white more than white folk.
Yeah.
They didn't teach us that. So again, they're teaching us his story, as Queen said. His story. They ain't teaching us history. They're teaching us his story. What they want you to know, how they want you to see it, how they want you to feel it. And in essence, when you buy into his story, you're not learning your own history. You're not learning about the glorious achievements that your people made. You're not learning about the original Japanese was Black people. The original Chinese were Black people. You ain't learning none of that. You're learning what he wants you to learn. You're learning his story. Not the real story. Not the truth. So all that's
because white folks are ashamed of their true past.
Yep.
Oh well.
That's true though. They are ashamed. They should be ashamed. And they don't
I don't think that they're ashamed of their true past. I don't think that they're ashamed of it. Because in reality, what their thing is even though they came from quote unquote the Caucasus Mountains, and we did what we did, they did their thing, but they came out and they said we conquered all you niggas, and we made all you niggas bow down to us. We were smarter than you niggas then, and we smarter than you niggas now.
Never.
So they're not ashamed of a goddamn thing. They're not ashamed.
I would disagree. I mean, if you look at the history that has been whitewashed, they never seen themselves in the mirror of history. They never had. All of the gods that they worship, bow down to, and I do believe I sent that to you a while ago, they have white people still throughout Europe bowing down and kissing the statue of black gods and goddesses, especially Jesus, Miriam, or Mary and Joseph. More so the mother and the child than anything else, and that's some real shit. And that was the straw that broke the camel's back for them. They could never ever see their pale skin like we saw our black skin. And I'm talking about black. I got a picture of a Sudanese guy. Now he black. that boy make me look like white. God damn. I, woo. I look like he was kept in the oven for too long. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh my God.
But you know, they don't have no history. And this is what I'm saying when I say they are ashamed of their past because they don't have none. They stole everything from us. And then when you look at that the video with Traore, he or whoever it is, they spelled it out correctly. It was and still is on purpose to deny us of our names, of our history, of our culture, of our tradition, and especially and friends, what they're talking about is that if they reveal, like to whatever extent you want to consider Russia did, about the Israelites being black, do you know that would be a catastrophic event in the history of white folks' history? That they're going to wake up and find out they're not the real Jews?
They
They're not
know
the,
They already know they not.
they already know.
Hear me out. For the most part, or whatever the case may be, whatever percentage, they have invested billions or tens of billions or hundreds of billions of dollars every year to keep up with the projection and a persona that they are the people of the Bible and that they are the people of historical significance.
Well, they need to save their money.
Yeah, but all of that, see, once you start lying, you got to keep lying. Because once you begin to tell the truth, then the whole world gonna wake up and say, "You ain't shit, bitch." It was the black man and woman. You feel what I'm saying?
They wake
Yeah,
up now.
but they friends, from what I'm understanding from the video and from other sources, is that they have, along with the Vatican, they have an immense source of relics, an immense source of documents and books. Do you know how much information was in Timbuktu, in the University of Timbuktu, during the 1300s or the 14th century? The world came to Africa to learn from the gods of math, science, agriculture, astronomy, astrology, you name it, medicine, law. We are the gods of those skills, of those resources, of that level of expertise. It goes. You know what? It goes. They were so far ahead that it make us look like we're in kindergarten right now. And I'm not even talking about civilization in the Pacific Ocean that were torn down through the Ring of Fire, or Atlantis, or the flourishing civilization of the Aztecs and Mayans, our ancestors were deep. Do you understand what I'm saying? And when you look at when our ancestors look out into the night sky, who would that who could see Sirius without a telescope? They knew it existed. I can't. The Dogons. That's some fucking deep shit. You don't need a telescope to see long hundreds of years, if not thousands. They knew about the star of Sirius and how they mapped it out, the universe, and how it mapped out. Just like our DNA, it maps out. Just like the name of God, Yahweh, Yod-Heh-Vav-Heh. It's similar to the body when you stack it one by one. It's similar because our DNA consists of guanine, guanine, thymine, cytosine, and adenine. Those four elements are what make up our DNA and the name of God. 4 letters that give you all of this magnificence that we see. You feel me? So we were highly spiritual beings, not religious, but highly spiritual beings, and still are, because we could not understand the universe, but feel it. So in your feelings of it, you understand. It's just like trying to grab, we know air exists. It has, for whatever reason, they could determine that it consists of a molecule, a dioxide, whatever the fuck it is, dioxide. Yeah, 2 oxygen atoms, right? So, I can see him say, well, I don't know if air exists. I can't grab it. I can't see it. I can't hear it unless the wind is blowing. But I can understand it. I can feel it. And in my feeling, I know air exists. You feel what I'm saying? That's how you must see it. And that's how and why we must honor our ancestors to the utmost degree, because they told us, if you fuck around with these motherfuckers, you're going to go down the tube just like them. And look what happened. We started in no harem. We started having babies with these beasts and everything else.
So we owe our ancestors an apology, because they gave us everything we needed, and we turned around and gave it away because one man told you he had a dream, and we gave away our power. And they separated us and said, okay, we already know how they are. We're gonna build this for you guys, and then we turn around and one man
Right.
who was part of the Boule, and I actually saw a picture with him with the Rockefellers. You guys know who the Rockefellers are, shaking hands with the Rockefellers. Why in the world are you supposed to be a minister? You shaking hands
with Satan?
Exactly. Talk to me. Okay, don't play with me. Why did I see a picture like why? What you got to shake hands with this cracker for? This evil man. Evil.
And set his ass up to be killed.
What you was doing, huh?
And set his ass up to be killed.
No, he set himself up, because you lie with dogs, you get fleas.
Yeah.
He said it. He knew what he was doing. You part of the Boule. We know what the Boules are. We know who they are. They know who they are. Satanism. You have to understand who these people really are and how they sold their souls. So now, knowing who they are, we sat up there and listen to him, because Martin Singer say, let's send one and look like them. We got to get that power. We had too much power in the day. They knew the power. They saw the power in 1920 when we built Black Wall Street. They saw the power. So they sent this Boule to get our power, to bring us back up under them, and we've been up under them ever since. Because if his dream was a God dream, we would be at the bottom. We're scraping the bottom, licking the bottom right now.
And look what happened. Look what happened during the Big Six, and what Malcolm said. We were beating the fuck out of white folk. They got scared. They didn't know what to do. They were running and hiding and scared to death, because we were beating that motherfucking ass all throughout Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Texas, Florida, and every other motherfucking place. We weren't playing. We were tired of being tired. Sick and tired of being tired. and look what happened. They got one of these sucking ass niggas, trucking and jiving ass niggas, and then here we go, right back. You know what I'm saying? So, who said that? Damn, I can't. What you were just saying that. Uh, damn, who said that? But he said, if you want to, I'm paraphrasing, but you might know who it is. It was the Muslim guy with the bald head.
Dr.
You know what I'm
Collins?
talking about? Yeah, Colin. He said, if you want to something, find you a foot shuffling. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
Show me a picture of Martin Luther
That
King
was my nigga, man. That
with
like, tell
Barack
it,
man.
tell it, because we had it, man. But then again, if you get with the Johnny come lately nigga that want to sit up under white folks and then give all the power back. There you go. Another thing too, Senegal and Ethiopia, a couple of other states have joined now the Sahel state. Ain't that a bit? Togo, all of these, it's coming together. I throw it back at you.
All right. Perfect. I want us to look at, I'm going to share screen and see. Okay. So in the picture, we see these people, and these are Black Japanese people. These are the first quote unquote Japanese, and they're Black people. Now, this again is not taught in school, right? But how do you go from this proving that you're the first people on this planet to this? How do you do that? How do you go from that to this? How the fuck do you do that?
By allowing them into your personal space, by bringing them into your country and allowing them to educate your children, by bringing them into your home and allowing them mixing and mingling with them, by allowing them to educate you, by allowing them to become your bosses, by allowing them to be your teacher when you taught them. So you turn around and become the student. That just by them telling you that your country is a shithole country when I'm coming to get minerals from you to keep my lights on. France, when I come and pay you and you pay me $500,000, Africa was paying France all this money. France built up France. France would look like what it looked like today if it hadn't been for Africa. That's what happens when you close your eyes and you praying. Ain't that what they said? You praying. They give you a Bible and you give them your country. You give them your children. You give them your community. You give them your everything. I'm just saying.
Yeah, let me piggyback off of that one. It comes down to deception, you guys. I mean, nobody can do to you unless you allow them to do it. They didn't conquer all white, all black folks. They did not. We conquered ourselves. There's an old African proverb that says, when two brothers fight to the death, the stranger in the middle gets the key to the fucking house. That's exactly what what happened, and this is exactly what we talk about on the show. United we fucking stand. Divided we fall. Now look at what's going on.
Huh? We're having babies with them. We're doing it now.
We have babies with them. Yes, but the idea is that when we are united, we are undefeatable. Exactly. The only way the black people, the black race, can lose if we are fighting amongst each other, and that is exactly what happened. And then we get our kids involved with these motherfuckers, and they're teaching our children. That's a no-no.
That's a way no-no. 70 years they've been teaching your children, and look at those schools. Look at the schools. On purpose. They destroy your children on purpose because you allowed them to educate your children.
Yeah.
Why would you give your enemies your baby's minds? Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Are we out of our minds?
Imagine, Sister Cass,
can't imagine.
Brother Marie.
I can't imagine.
Hmm?
I can't.
I just caught what you just said.
I can't imagine. Why? What possessed you? What will possess you to give your baby's minds to them? People that
I
don't
don't
like
know.
you.
That's some
Then
fucked
you
up
go and
shit.
sit at their restaurant because one man told you, hey, we're going over here and sit. I'm not going over there to eat that nasty food. They'll drop
Right.
what they gonna do to your food. Why would I go and sit in there and beg them pay? I'm gonna beg you to take my money. What kind of what?
Yeah,
What?
that's some rough shit.
That didn't even sound right when I was coming up with it. I said, why are we doing that? Why would we do that? I listened to Malcolm when he was talking. Why are we doing that? That didn't make no sense. Nobody wanted to hear Malcolm. Everybody wanted, all black folk wanted to hear MLK. Take him into a burning building and left him.
But imagine if our children knew exactly what need to be known, our true history, our true culture, our true uh, I don't want to say religion, but our spiritual systems and what that meant
Well, we
and
better
why
get
it
busy.
meant and how it meant. We would have been done got out of the situation. But we're going along to get along, trying to get
Well, we
with
still
these white
understand,
folks, and that ain't
but
gonna
we
work.
still see it. We still see what they do to our children. We don't have a 911 to get our children away from them now. It's hey, you still feel like you got black folks still talking about you went to a white school. Oh my God, my child, he got the best education. Shut the hell up. Your child got abused and traumatized. What are you talking about? How did he get the best of anything being traumatized every day by them white teachers? You big dummy.
Mm-hmm.
When I hear black folks say that bothers me so bad because I know
Right.
what goes on in them white schools. And I know your child didn't get the best education. They got traumatized every day because they was black. And then you had a teacher to tell them what they couldn't do. But them white kids, they didn't tell them what they couldn't do.
Right.
Yeah, your
And
child
all of
talking
that,
about
all of what they saying about what white folks can do is a goddamn lie.
So
White folks are not smart, man.
to the question that I asked, how is this done? So we have Norma. Norma says, easy question, Brother Muhammad. We save the enemy.
We say every time. We saving them now. Every time. Every time.
Now, because we saved them, and Norma, if you could go ahead and type it down, how did we save them? When and how did we save them? That would be excellent. To go and to be put in quote unquote a human zoo, when you are, the ruler of the planet, is more black folks than it is white folks on the planet. Yet this small number of people put us in fucking zoos. This small number of people made us serve them from can't see morning to can't see night. This small number of people still rules the fucking world to this very day. And the narrative that comes from looking at this picture say, these niggas ain't even human. You can do how these niggas how you want to. And then they have museums that show us in chains and this and that. And then the Asian come and they take in the pictures of it. So the narrative, again, how is it?
Brother Muhammad, look, they got in Japan, they got museums with monkey pictures on it right next to it, like not howling, with the mouth gaping wide open, the monkey looking like they were angry attacking. Then right next to it is a black man with the same look, with the mouth gaping wide open. And I said, ain't that a bitch? And you motherfuckers, we the one who created Japan, bitch. What the fuck is this? Nah.
Exactly.
Well, didn't the Lakers? Who was the Lakers? What's his name? One of the Lakers. Name him. He did the first picture on what magazine was that? And he had that same picture with the white woman standing next to him. What's the guy's name? The Lakers man that had AIDS. What's his
Magic
name?
Johnson.
Yes, if I'm not mistaken, it was him. If I'm not mistaken, I just seen something with him, and he had the same monkey looking picture with the white woman standing next to him. I need to look that up to be sure it was him.
Really?
I'm telling you, I just saw that. Hold on.
You
It was
talking
at the
about
time.
LeBron James?
Was it LeBron?
And what?
Was it? I don't know
Yeah,
these
it's like he
basketball
was like.
people. Was it
Well,
LeBron?
the movie had the gorilla and the white woman in the hand, and
Is
then they
that LeBron?
got right. They got LeBron James holding a woman by her waist as she falls backward, and it's the same thing.
I think okay, maybe I got my I don't know my basketball people, but so I knew it was one of
It's
them.
him. It's him. I remember that.
Okay, okay, and that was in the Times Magazine. Is that where it was? Times Magazine.
No,
If y'all can pick up a
it
picture
was a
so we can
sports
see what
magazine.
y'all talking about, that would be great.
Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, a picture is worth 1,000 words. So let's get the pictures up. And so Nama says, first we saved the Homo Greeks by teaching them how to talk and write. That destroyed us. Then we saved the European thugs when they were going extinct during the bubonic plague by teaching them how to bathe in all types of sciences. Oxford University was basically a data center of all the science the Moors were teaching the knuckle draggers in Spain and France. True, true, true. All true. That is very true. And so Norma also has said that the Moors fucked up. Do we owe condemnation to the Moors? Now, me personally, I say yes, because I agree they fucked up, they did wrong. What you say, brother Isaiah? Do we owe condemnation to the Moors?
Yes, yes. Oh, okay. I thought I had it on mute. Yes and no.
Break it down.
Yes, that it led to our downfall because of the fact that we were fighting each other, and no to the fact that history bears itself out when you do anything and everything antithetical to what your ancestors have been saying. So it's like a curse, man. Like I've been saying on the show, like we talk about on the show, that when we are united, we take over and kick ass and take names. But as soon as we start disobeying our ancestors, that curse comes on us like a motherfucker. So this time around, it ain't gonna happen no more. And I pray it don't, but it ain't gonna happen no more. And based on Joel 3, which I believe wholeheartedly, that this is it. We've gone through 3 strikes with these motherfuckers. We civilized them in Egypt, in Greece and Rome, and now after Spain. So now 3 strikes. That's it. If we go back, we need to just all die. Let me put it that way. So it don't make no goddamn sense. And we can see it. We know. We can feel it as to what the answer is, and priority is bringing that to light. And what Gaddafi said, it ain't gonna be long before we be back on top. And I remember, I don't know if you've seen it, Brother Marie, but there are old, I don't want to say photos, but there are old drawings of our ancestors chopping these motherfucking heads off, chopping their hands off for stealing, doing all kinds of shit to get them to do what is correct. But they ain't gonna do it. So now, we need to put the foot on their neck and on their back and bring them to heel. And if necessary, kill them. It's just that fucking simple. Because if you look at these fake ass Jews in the Middle East and Israel, they killing without stopping. And dumbass motherfucking Lebanon and all of them, all of them places, they fucking around and just letting them kill. As if, they only killed 2 people. That's some dumbass shit. What the fuck are you waiting for? Blow Tel Aviv up, blow the fuck out of Netanyahu's house. They done had that motherfucker under observation for I don't know how long. They can kill these motherfuckers. They can kill Netanyahu and all these motherfuckers in one fell swoop. Once them bombs blow out all of the neighborhoods and hospitals and schools and churches or synagogues, you're going to see white folks just fall right into place. If you whoop enough ass, you know the deal. I'll throw it back at you.
All right, so I think I found the picture that y'all are talking about. So let's look at it so y'all can give some explanation so we can understand the narrative. So, Sister Cassie, this is the picture you're talking about, or is it a different one?
That ain't it.
One. Oh, that ain't
it? Is that it? No.
Yeah, I sent it to you, Brother Marie.
You send it to me?
Yeah, and you too, Sister Cassie.
Okay, let me see.
Okay, let me go check.
You can see the comparison. The last one.
Is that it?
Yeah, I mean, because you got his mouth open like the gorilla, and you got the white woman, and the white woman in his arms. Yeah, some bullshit, man. You know.
That was Vogue. Okay, I thought it was Time. Okay, I don't know why I thought it was Time magazine.
Yeah, I thought it was a sport magazine, but yeah, it was Vogue.
Yeah,
right.
that's the same picture I just showed. That's the same picture I just showed up that I just had.
Yeah, but you know, it given the comparison between the monkey and the woman in the photo, alongside.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, well, let me do this. Okay, let me close this.
Man, and dumbass LeBron, he just going along just to go along. He ain't no real man, you know what I mean?
He's done. He's doing some other stuff too. He's done.
And you know he got the symbol of the boule on his chest.
Of course, that's what he's part of. He's a part of the boule. You got a lot of black men into that boule stuff. And people don't understand what they really stand for.
Okay, so here we go. So as you can see, destroy this mad brute, the animal with the white woman. And so the comparison is LeBron with his basketball, mouth open, ape, mouth open, white woman in arm, white woman in arm.
Oh boy.
So, Sister Cassie, you say what you say about this? What's the narrative?
What's the narrative? We have to. What is the narrative? That what? We're not. I forgot what I was saying though. To find that, I was trying to find the thing. We found it. I forgot what I was saying about it. Dang on. Keep talking. It'll come back to me.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, you guys.
Do you know the narrative she was trying to say, Brother Isaiah?
Oh my goodness.
If I'm not mistaken, it's fuck all white boy.
Oh God, man, I hate when I lose my point. It'll come back to me. Oh my goodness, y'all help me out. What was I trying to say in the chat? Oh man,
Cassie needs some help.
I can't remember. I forgot.
So while everybody's thinking, I'm gonna move us up and look at these other pictures.
Look at that. Look at that. That's terrible. That is horrible. We just can't get away from them, can we? Now we got so to we marrying them and mixing, and we won't even, on TV, that's all you see is white women and black men. That's all you see. You see these old, dried up women, white women, right, with these black men now. It's just sad. We finna save them again because they can't have babies. We already know they're not reproducing. So if they're using our black women and men to help them to reproduce, after 3 generations, they white them out, right? See, we're not thinking again. Here we go, finna save them again. We're not tired of them yet.
So what is the narrative that comes from a picture like this, Sis Cassie? What is the narrative? What is the narrative that comes from it?
They should, like she said, they should be in them cages. They should have their behinds in them cages, and we should be looking at them. But see, we would never do that to them. That's not what kind of people we are. We would never do that. These people are not normal. They're not humans.
We did do that.
What you say?
We did do that.
Show me the evidence.
When did we do that?
Hold on. When they talk about putting us on the auction block and checking our teeth and doing this and doing that, we did that with them.
Show me the evidence. Don't just tell me. Give me evidence. I want to see it.
I will.
Okay, come on, let's get it.
I've never seen where we had them in cages.
No,
I've never seen that. You may see it
look,
later, but I haven't seen it.
Hold on. Do you remember when I was saying to you that white folk come from Dravidian albinos of India?
Let's see it, brother.
Hold on. So if they were from albinos that made it with normal black people, and we put them in Central Asia, surrounding them with the black Mongols, the Persian, and all of these that were using them as target practice, and that King James took the skin off their back to make his book cover and door panel. This is not no joke. This is not no something I'm fabricating. This is some real shit. We did not like them motherfuckers, and we still don't. Huh? And we still don't. Yeah, but we.
Who is we?
Man, you talking about beating their asses on the plantation and all of that? It's been one, and we were very, very, very. I don't know. I don't want to take. Hold on. I'm gonna get to you.
Okay,
we were very cruel to these motherfuckers because they needed that shit. It wasn't some far out fantasy. And when in Iceland they celebrate every year when the Viking came and swept them up and put them into slavery. This is not nothing that is far out there. But the reason why it's so far out there now is because it's so far in the distance in the past that white folks don't even remember that shit.
So they were treated as chattel slaves.
Yes.
So they were beaten and their babies were hung and babies were curled out their stomachs and they were fed to the alligators.
They weren't, well, I don't know about the alligators now, but they were not being treated like humans that we were and still are. Al-Jahid, Al-Jahid, who was the father of, what's the name of the, he was the father of, I want to say civilization, but he was the father of genetic. You know what I mean? Charles Darwin. He was the ancient Charles Darwin, the first one to do that. This is where Charles Darwin get his information from.
From where, Isaiah? Where? Where are you getting it from?
Go to YouTube and look for Al-Jahid, Jahiz. He's the true father evolution. And he talked about white folk like the fucking dogs that they are. All they did was turn the shit around. That's it.
Isaiah.
Go ahead.
Isaiah, show me some. Give me something. Not what you're saying. I need to see it.
Hold on.
I don't need them being slaves. I need to see where were they slaves.
Look,
they were treated.
You know me by now. I'm not going to be sitting here just
because I
making
know
up
you
some
be
shit.
getting your stuff from them white folk.
Huh?
You get your stuff from the white folk. I don't believe nothing they got to say. That's where you get your stuff from. Them white folk be lying.
Hold on. Here's the book on it. Hold on. Al-Jahid wasn't white.
Okay, well, where he get it from? White folk? Where he get it from?
baby girl, do you know how deep our ancestors were? Hold on, I'm gonna put it on you guys.
I know we ain't have no white ones like that. What you talking about? We ain't
Well,
no white.
well, for one, stop saying that they're white. They're not white. These people are animals.
You wait a minute. Okay.
You feel
Isaiah.
what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me put it on Brother Mauritius. What's that? Yeah, what's that? Hold on. What's going on? So this is the book. I got this book and a lot of other ones, but this is the main primary source of the father of evolution. Hundreds of years, no, not hundreds, over
The
1,000
father
years.
of evolution. Wasn't that debunked though? The father of evolution.
No, this is Al Jahiz is the father of evolution.
Okay, but he did he
Look, you
no.
got buy the book. It's only $22.
I ain't buying his book. I'm not
Well,
buying that man's book.
that's one
Thank
of
you
our
for
ancestors. It's like trying to say, I'm not going to buy the book of the father of medicine, Imhotep. Come on, man.
wait a minute.
How,
What I'm saying is, okay, you saying,
no,
okay,
I feel what you said. Go ahead.
okay, you're saying that there were slaves back in the day, right? That's what you said.
That's where the word slave comes. The word slave comes from Slavic Indo-European people. That's where the word slave comes from. They've always been slaves to us. Always. They were never any, these white people, they're the most civilized people. No, no. They have always been slaves to us.
Okay. Okay, go
Period.
ahead. Next
Now,
question.
if you go to realhistorywww.com as well. Go to hold on, I don't even know
I
if I
don't
can
want
put
to
this
go to
in.
some real history where white folk gonna tell me some lies about themselves.
Not,
'Cause
no,
they'll tell
no,
you.
no. Listen, cause see, you get your mind off of these funky ass white folks. These two sites that I'm gonna cite are by black people who are citing sources. Realhistorywww.com
Mm-hmm.
and Stewart Synopsis, if I'm not mistaken. It might be .org, but
How
I
you
doubt
spell
it.
it? Okay, spell his last name.
Huh?
Spell. You said Stewart who?
Stewart Synopsis, SYNOPSIS.com. Hold on, let me see if it'll come up. Stewart Synopsis. Hold on. Stewart Synopsis. Oh, okay, so it is .com. StewartSynopsis.com. Yeah, it's there. Hold on, and then I'm going to put it in the chat. Just put Stewart Synopsis, put those two words together, and then Real History www.com.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
what went?
I'm finding where people of African descent, there were instances of Europeans being enslaved by Muslims in North Africa and the Ottoman Empire, a phenomenon sometimes referred to as white slavery. Then it goes to say the enslavement of people of African descent in the Americas was a system that was commercialized, racialized, and inherited. Enslaved people were not seen as people at all, but as commodities to be bought and sold and exploited. But the Muslims did not treat the white slaves the same. So the way we were enslaved, the Muslims did not enslave white folks in that same manner with that same brutality. So again, Brother Isaiah, where is your evidence of us putting white folks in cages like we just saw the picture of the white girl having the black baby in a cage?
Brother Maurice, the site where you are on there talking about that, more than likely was a white person who was making those comments. That did not happen.
What didn't happen?
No.
No, I'm asking
Like,
you. You said that didn't happen. I'm asking
let
you,
me
what didn't happen?
hold on, Blair. I got you. I got you. We're on the same page. It
Okay,
might be a different sentence. Might be a different sentence, but we're on the same page. That's the main thing. Listen, our ancestors did not like these motherfuckers. If you are taking the skin off of people's back and making them work to death, what is that? When we had them as slaves, we just treated them better than how they treated us. For the
Again,
most part. Well,
you,
hold on,
did
player.
you just ask me a question?
Hold
For
on, hold
me to
on,
answer the question you asked, or no?
hold on, player. For the most part, and especially in Turkey, these albinos were treated well. They can go from slavery all the way up to the head of the state or the nation or whatever the case may be. And that's why, and that is what got us in trouble. Turkey and all of these other Persians and the Mongols, and these were all black folks. What fucked us up is that they were allowed to elevate themselves in the Turkish Empire. They can go from slave to well educated and being a part of the administration, whatever the case may be. And that was where we fucked up. After doing that and getting to upper echelons of the Turkish Empire and culture and civilization, they made a pact with Persia to break down, to break past the Hadrian Wall, that would be the Western Empire of our empire. The Holy Roman Empire, France, Germany, England, all of that was black.
Okay, so let me say this, because what you're saying things and you're not proving what you're saying. So when it talks about North Africa capturing people, had white folks as slaves, right? If you fought the Muslims and you lost, then yeah, you would be a slave, right? But they did not treat you like these damn crackers have done us. They did not do that to them. And you wanting us to believe that they did that to them when that's just not the case. There's no evidence of such. So again, if you have the evidence to prove that we did this to them, they enslaved us, right? They enslaved us. They did things to us racially. When those Muslims of North Africa went and fought against the cracker and they became their slaves, they didn't do to them what the white man did to us. They just didn't do that. There's no evidence of that. There's none. So, you're saying these things, but you're not proving these things. I need for you to prove that we did to them what they did to us. I need you to prove it. Don't tell it to me. I need you to prove it.
Well, I tell you what. Why don't we set aside a day and time where we can really go into it? Because I can't do it in no 5 minutes. That's not going to be no justice. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to make a date or a time where we can really get into the meat of this. Not no conjecture, not no I think, or
Okay,
it
let's
might
do it
be.
next Sunday.
Well, that's fine.
Next
That's fine.
Sunday we're gonna have it on and see.
Okay, we're gonna have it on
Okay?
and see, and you will see.
Now,
But also, hold on, player. But also,
go ahead.
you guys need to read because y'all fucking up. You don't read. I'm just gonna be straight up fucking honest.
We,
You,
we
sir,
don't
don't
we
read.
don't read what?
Look at the book. Hold on. Yeah, okay, I got you on WhatsApp. Look at the book that I'm just now telling you. There's dozens and hundreds of books about this. Hold on. It's not going through.
But
Hold
you
on.
have to understand something, Isaiah. You have black folk that think highly of white folk writing books. You know what I'm
Say that
saying?
again.
you have white folk, black folk that thinks very highly, and will agree with the history that what you're talking about. They'll believe that, and they'll die and go to their grave believing that. I'm just saying it's different. People believe different things. Just like you have, black folk thinking this their land. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to say.
Right,
I'm just saying.
right,
So
right.
you got black folk believing a whole lot of stuff. So, and because the lack of our history being taught to us, and the lack of us teaching our own history and doing our own research, we begin to believe lies here again. And I'm not saying what you're saying. I have not read it, so I'm not even going to comment on it. But I'm just saying you have black folk believing a whole lot of stuff, for different reasons.
Right, but if you look at the overall picture, we already know white folks are lying about our history. Isn't that the truth? Right?
Yeah, now they got us lying about our own history. Telling them that slavery
No,
didn't
I
I've heard that.
digress. I digress. I have never seen or read a book by a black person or a group of black people in their discussions talking about things that don't matter. Now, when I was coming up,
Well,
I'm
I'm
going to
just
give you
saying, Dan
yeah,
Calloway is one that'll tell
right.
you his whole following of people. And he said, slavery didn't exist, and he has a whole, slew of people following him, and a lot of people begin to believe that. So my thing
Yeah,
is,
yeah,
you got to be
you
very
gotta
careful.
bring their feet to the fire. You feel me?
Well, I'm
But
just saying, he got a lot of folk
the
following him
idea
that
is,
said, this is
yeah,
their land.
but, yeah, the
Now,
idea is still the same. We have some hellified, true scholars of history that understand where white folks come from, how white folks are, and what white folks done. They haven't done a damn thing. They're animals. They're not even human, and the list goes on and on. Everything I've ever said on this show is factual, is true. I'm not going to sit here and make a fool out of myself like, well, black people are the Jews. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Let me take that back. That white
I'm
people
just
are the
saying, yeah.
Jews. That white people are the Jews, and that niggas are just going along just to try to grab for some straws of history, and they ain't got no history. Come on, man. Just like what that black guy,
That's what what's his
he got
name
it.
said.
Yeah,
That's
no,
what
but
what's his name. What
right,
the
but
boy name?
damn,
Yeah.
yeah, he loved white folks.
Yeah,
He'll
exactly.
do,
So we have to be
he'll,
very careful when we're repeating stuff, because I told you some black folk love white folk, and they love to make up stuff. They love to read white folk history, white folk stuff that they wrote, and then they'll come back and bring it to black folk and say, "Oh, this is what it is," and it's farthest from the truth. I'm telling you, Dan
exactly,
Calloway,
yeah,
I think that's his name. He did that.
exactly.
A whole
But
slew of black folk
but
following him.
my argument is really simple.
Okay,
Tell the truth and teach that to our present generation
but
so they
it's
can
got to.
understand how we got to where we are right now. Because if we don't, the curse of ignorance is going to still be spilling over into our everyday lives, political, economic, spiritual, and physical.
so let
We
me
gotten to the point now where,
hold on, brother Isaiah.
uh,
Hold on.
huh? Okay.
So, hold on. So just doing a little quick research, really quick. And when Muslims conquered people, uh, they let them practice their own religion, maintain their way of life, as long as they paid tax and did not rebel.
And who did they conquer?
When they conquered anybody, no matter whether you're Christian or Jew, no matter whether you're white, black, Zoroaster, they did not do to what was done to us. They didn't do them that way. So your whole argument about when the Muslims from North Africa and Turkey enslaved people, that what white folks did to us, we did to them. Again, that doesn't bear out to be truthful. That just doesn't bear out to be truthful. And if it was something that truthful, you would be hearing that from 1,000 miles away, because they
No,
say, "Oh no, when the black Muslims had us in slavery, they did this, and this." You don't hear no.
but they're not gonna tell you
Let
that.
me finish. Let me finish.
Okay.
Because that shit never happened. When they bring up white folks being enslaved, the only white folk they go talk about is who? The goddamn Irish. They bring up the Irish. Oh, Irish was enslaved. Da, 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 da. Even what the Irish went through, was not
slavery.
what we went through.
No,
Not
nothing
even
like it.
close.
The
Even
servitude.
the record of the United States government even says that the slavery that Black Americans were in was not like any other slavery ever on the planet. It was not like the slavery in Brazil, which lasted 100 years after Black Americans were freed from slavery. So there was never, Brother Isaiah, any time that Muslims did to them what was done to us. There was never a time of that. There was never.
So we never took the skin off their back and making book binders and door panels and all that.
We never did that. No,
We never did that.
No, they did that to us.
we never did that.
They made belts out of you, out of your skin. Made belts and everything else out your shoes, belts.
Exactly.
They did that to us. So maybe that's, I don't know who you're getting that from, but whoever, they got it backwards.
We have our greats like Dr. Henry Clark. We have our even damn J.A. Rogers, Dr. Khalid Muhammad.
Yeah, I ain't never heard them.
If we did white folks this kind of way, our historians would have said, well, yeah, we fucking did it to them. So they just replying the shit on us.
Right.
But that's nowhere in the history that we did that shit to them. And anyway, that shit happened in North Africa. North Africa. We wasn't taken from no fucking North Africa. We wasn't. So, you know, you're gonna have to come with some actual facts, dear brother, because what happened to us, we're the only people on this planet that went through that. Period, point blank. And we've never done it to nobody.
Let me add this. They didn't go through allegedly 400 years of slavery in America. Now, with that being said, as I said on, I think I mentioned it to you.
What do you mean allegedly?
Yeah, no, well, I'm going to clarify that. Allegedly in America, that didn't happen. We were only slaves here for 90 to 100 years. But if you look at, hold on. If you look at the time period of 1492, when we were kicked out of Spain and Europe, that was a black on black crime. That was no white folk. From 1500 up until the very day, that's 530 years. Now you're talking. The people who left or who were exiled were black Jews from the Levant, from Portugal and Spain, from Germany, from all these places who were shipped by black folk to the west of Africa. White folk could not penetrate that area to go and get some nigger. They didn't have it. They were dying left and right. Period. There was no white man going into Africa to capture. That's a fucking lie. And then the other thing is that castle, I debunked that one. They making money, Google money, Google, however you want to say it, of that fucking lie. Of the castle and the thing of return. That didn't happen.
So you're saying that Ferdinand II and Queen Isabella,
but they were black people.
You're saying that they were black, not white.
They were black people. They were no white. Stop. Just think about it.
Answer the
question. No, hold on.
Are you saying they're white or black?
They were not black. There were no white people. Hold on. They were no. Stop saying white. There were no white. There were no pale skin. They were not pale skin. Both of these people were black people. King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella were black people. It was black on black. It was black on black crime. You understand? And Constantine, who gave the order and the Morellian order to do this to the Jews, was a black guy.
So
White folks,
Constantine
you
is
gotta remember. No, hold on. White
Now, I'm
folks,
just asking you.
hold on. These pale skin had no power back then. None. So it doesn't make any sense to give these people more power than what they got. We fought tooth and nail to get our black supremacy and black superiority back up until about 1880. Period. I'm not going to sit here and lie. Go ahead.
So I just want to make sure you're right, because I want to make sure I understand what you're saying. So you saying Fernandine the second of Aragon was black and not white.
There were no white people back now. You want to talk about he was pale skin? No. King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella were black men and women. Period.
Okay. Okay. Well, we're gonna put that narrative up to a test for next Sunday.
Okay.
When Isaiah said that these people were black, you will come.
Now, hold on. I want to make sure I stay on point. So you want me to prove that white folk were slaves to black people, and we treated them just as bad as they so-called treated us, right?
Most definitely prove that Ferdinand and his wife were
I just want to make. I'm writing it down now.
Yeah,
and
write it down.
And to prove that Isabella and King Ferdinand were black people, right?
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Ferdinand and Isabella. Okay. Isabella. Black. All right. Okie dokie. We got it. Now I'm going to bring up some, and I'm not going to bring up a lot, but I want to bring up some very important points that the videos will show this to be a fact. The Jews. Hold on. Yeah. It's going to be proven. Now, whether we can play all of the video or the most important parts of the video, that's another thing. I'm going to watch them again and then timestamp it to show where this, that, and the other happened. Okay? So when we're talking about black people in transatlantic slave trade, we're talking about the Jew. We ain't talking about the regular African. These were black Jews who were chased out of Portugal, chased out of Spain, and were not traveling. They were transported from the Middle East to West Africa, and from West Africa to St. Thomas, where they manipulated and controlled and grew wealthy, and finally to the Americas. So the first stop was St. Thomas, the Sugar Island, right? And then from there to Haiti and the Dominican Republic, where we are now. And this is where and how the Judaic tradition spread from Portugal, Spain, North Africa, West Africa, to the Americas. All right, so we're gonna make sure you write these things down now, and then we'll get into it next Sunday. And don't be cheating me either. Talking about we can only we can only talk about this for half an hour. No, we're gonna go all as much as possible with the information, and then we'll see. Yeah, Queen, the slave first arrived, but the thing is, in 1619, these were indentured servants. And the thing about them, hold on, Sister Cassie, they were not slaves.
Oh God!
Hold on.
I can't take you.
I forget the name that they were in Portugal, Sister Queen. There were Jews there, and I hate saying black Jew because it's one and the same. But let's just say black Jews who controlled Portugal and eventually Spain with the money and the banking and the loan and the lending and all of that. This is where they get that from. But the interesting part about it is that they were called Yaya. They chose the name Negro. So when you see the name of the first batch of people coming into Virginia, the first I forget the name, but they took on the last name Negro. And they were proud of the name Negro, which means black. These Jews who were in Portugal and Spain were blacker than black. This is the reason why they say if you Jews, our people, went into Germany and married these Khazars, you are out. You can't come back. We stay within our own period. And so when you look at the first people who landed in Virginia in 1619, they had the name Negro. These were Jews.
Okay,
But go ahead. Go ahead.
I just want to make sure we get everything straight. So you're okay. You start talking about slavery, so that's why I'm trying to deal with that. You're saying, did slavery happen or it didn't happen?
No, it did happen. It did happen. Okay. But these slaves were Jews. These slaves were Jews.
Are you saying black people, black Jews, is the one that had us in slavery? That's what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying. No, you're not listening to me. I'm saying that the Portuguese Jews, right? They were kicked out of Portugal and Spain, and due to the Manuelian order of Constantine, they were placed in bondage. And from that area, from Portugal and Spain and the Levant or the Middle East or whatever you want to call it, Northeast Africa, better known as Israel today, these people were transported to the west coast of Africa. The west coast of Africa has Hebrew names. I'm trying to
okay, Negro
remember.
land.
Huh?
Negro land.
Well, but that's not a Hebrew name.
I'm just telling you
what the Hebrew name there, which is an indication that who was there, who was being shipped and transported. These weren't just regular Africans, and even under the order, the Manuelian order, the black chiefs were told to kill, if necessary, the black Jews or the Jews at that point. And from there, they went to St. Thomas or San Tome, and then to my island, Haiti and Dominican Republic, and throughout America. This is the reason why we can say that black Americans have Jewish blood in them, and they do. We do. What else you want? What else you want to know? Well, I'm gonna have it all out for you.
Yeah. Okay. So you are saying that transatlantic slave trade did happen, right?
Yeah, I'm not saying it didn't.
Okay.
But it wasn't Africans as we know them.
Well, African, it's all in the same region, though. It's all in the same region.
No, but the order said
Jewish, it's in the same region.
It might have been, but the order was send all these Jews, get them out of Portugal and Spain, as well as the Levant, the Middle East, to West Africa. That's what happened. It wasn't no regular African.
So you're saying they had them in Portugal and they sent them to Africa? Is that what you're saying?
They were being transported. That was based on the Manuelian
order. Where did they come from? Where was the start of it? Where was the start? Let's see. Where was the start?
Wait a minute. It started. Hold on. It started with the Inquisition.
Okay. Where did that start? What part of the world?
I just said that Portugal and Spain. In Europe. We ruled Europe for 800 years, up until 1492.
So did nobody come from Africa?
I'm not going to say nobody came, but you're talking about 3, 4, 5, 6 million Jews, black folks who were sent to West Africa. And from there, they were shipped to or transported to San Tome. And then after that, Haiti and the island where I'm at, Hispaniola, under the guise of the Portuguese Jew guy, Christopher Columbus. He was a black guy. He wasn't white. All right. And from there, from here, on the island where I'm from, they didn't come at first to conquer. They came to see what so-called God they served. It wasn't
Okay.
Jesus. Hold on. It wasn't Jesus. And so, since they wasn't Jesus, the second time that Columbus came, it was hell on it was hell on water. However you say it was a price to pay. A lot of death happened, and then from there to the Americas. The America consists of the Caribbean Basin, Bahamas, the Virgin Islands, and all of that, and Canada, North America, Central America, and South America. That's the Americas. We're
Okay,
not.
you're gonna do your report and I'm gonna do mine, because the report that I know of, they mostly came from West and Central Africa. Okay, so meaning we talking about like Congo, Dominican Republic of Congo, so coast, the Ivory Coast and Ghana, all those places. But you're trying to tell me that it started in Portugal? Is that what you're saying? That's not the history that we know.
No,
I
that's the
know
history.
that
That's the history that's covered up.
the Portugals went to Africa and picked them up, rounded them up. Then they took them back to Portugal and Spain. But then they did take them to the Americas and the Dominican and in the Caribbeans or whatever. But it didn't start in Portugal. That's not where it started.
It
They
started in
came. They
Portugal.
went to Africa.
Where did it start?
It started in Africa. I mean, in that region. It started in Africa.
On the west coast of Africa. On the west coast of Africa, right?
West Coast, yes,
Okay,
the West
okay.
Coast of Africa. But you have to understand, they were the chosen. They were the Jewish. They were the chosen. They were Hebrews. Okay, that's where
They
were.
were. They were now. Hold on. They were. They were Jews, and I'm going to prove that point.
But where you telling me they started? You're saying it started in Portugal. They went to Africa.
Hold on, baby, hold on. In 1492, do you know about the Inquisition, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when you're looking at the Jews, who are black people, after the 1492 Inquisition and the what do you want to call it? And the change of the power from to the Christian hand, and the fact that they wanted everybody to be Christian. It wasn't no racial thing. It was a religious war from 1492 up until it was 1492 up until really 1880, when we were still trying to get our black supremacy back, right? All hell broke loose. I'm trying to hold on. I'm trying to get these images of the West Coast and to show you that these people were Jews. But the idea is still the same. It was hell to pay. It was no white folk doing nothing to us. That came later. How the fuck they gonna do something like that? We were the masters of the ocean, the seven seas. If they were rounding up niggers, black people, how is that possible when we controlled the ocean? We created the longitude and the latitude. Okay. They weren't running anything. The idea of a boat to white people.
We're gonna
do it next Sunday, Brother Isaiah. It's gonna be next Sunday, and you got to show your sources. Don't come in here just talking and can't show your evidence.
I'm gonna bring my husband on too, because he knows a lot about this stuff.
Okay. Well, ask him between now and what I just said whether or not it's true.
Well, we're gonna find it all out. We will be here next Sunday.
We're gonna have it out. Where's my gavel at? Where's my gavel at?
Oh God! Oh Lord!
I'm gonna buy me a gavel. Order in the court. Oh no! Wait. Did you see Judge Hatchett getting felt up by the white cop? You heard about that, Brother Maurice and Sister Cassie? The judge, Judge Hatchett. Did you hear about that?
What happened?
No, it happened. I think it happened in North Carolina, South Carolina. One of those. The guy was going, the policeman, not the one who felt her up and touched her breast. They were going to a police something, and the guy that brought her to the event was a fellow cop. When the other cop came, because he's supposed to have been drunk, I don't give a fuck how drunk, what you drank, but ended up taking his right hand and feeling her left breast. It was on Richie's Dr. Richie's show. I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna send it to you. Felt her up. I fucked her up.
Hold on. I need to go back to, you said something that's kind of, you said this wasn't about race. It was all about race. They didn't have
No, it was about Christianity and the domination of the Christian church.
No,
Wait, hold on, no, because white. See, you got in your mind that white folks did it. They did not do this. They had no concept. They had no conception. Excuse me.
All right.
Of longitude and latitude.
Just hold on your positions, Brother Isaiah. We know you think George Washington, Abraham Lincoln.
I proved that.
Just hold your point. That's all your point. Just come on back on Sunday. And this going to be
because you're going to believe that white folks tell you.
The whole show going to be on that because we need to put some things in.
I love you guys, but I'm not going to sit here and fantasize and make up some shit.
I understand you think that that's your truth.
Yes, point. Please be here next week.
See, okay, Brother Muhammad, this is where we go back to the narrative, right?
Exactly.
We talked about the narrative, right? That's where it started. The narrative is everybody is going to believe their truth, right?
Mm-hmm. There's no our truth. The truth is what I'm saying.
Well, that could be your truth, but that's not my truth.
No, I'm not saying my truth. I'm telling you about what happened.
The narrative is the narrative, and now we're looking at a whole new narrative. What you're thinking, okay? So the people that you follow believe what you're saying because you got it from somewhere.
Obviously, you got it from legitimate sources. Wait, look. Wait, hold on. When I talk about Abraham Lincoln being black, that was from his own. Hold on, that was from his own autobiography. The man described himself as 6'3", burly, not burly, but built and black. His mama was black, and his daddy was black. The vice president under him, Hannibal. Hold on, baby, hold on. Let me put the last point. Hannibal Hamlin said when he was standing in front of Congress, and this white boy was saying something derogatory about his brown skin, and Hannibal Hamlin said to this animal, to this white boy, at least I get my color from nature. You get yours from a fucking wine bottle. I'm not making this shit up.
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
Well, hold on, and then this is my last one. We had an Indian vice president. Do you know that? American Indian vice president. So all this so-called fucking hate, and many more first ladies.
Just hold it, Isaiah. Come Sunday.
We won't wait until next week. I'm gonna burn y'all.
Next Sunday.
I'm gonna burn y'all with the truth. Now, whether you accept it or not, that's on you. All I can do is just lay it on the table, lay it on the table, and then that'll be it.
Your person understood and said, and he really believed now. And I understand you jump on the bandwagon just like a whole lot of folks jump on.
I don't jump on no bandwagon. What bandwagon am I jumping on?
Hold on. Just listen. Jesus, listen.
Okay. All right, go ahead, babe. Go ahead.
But this is the narrative. We coming back to the narrative of the truth, right? So you really believe in what you read from somebody else is truth, right? So where did they get it? You have to understand it's so much going on, and there's so many lies that
it's not complicated, Sister Cass. It's not complicated.
It's very complicated when you weren't there.
No, it's not complicated. The truth is never complicated. The truth is never complicated. It's a lie that is complicated.
Where did he get his information? You have to understand it. You're talking about a narrative, and this is the question of today. The right narrative. Okay, you're saying that what you're saying is the right narrative. Christopher Columbus was black and blah blah blah. Okay, that's your narrative, but that's a narrative. That's not our narrative. That's not the narrative that we know. Okay, so I'm not even saying that you have I don't know. I wasn't there. But you got so many stories out here. How do we know what to believe? It's a lot of narratives. You have to understand, because we don't know truth, and it's so many lies, and these crackers have lied so much that it's hard for us to figure out what's really true, because they got so many narratives out there. And
it's not hard to decipher.
You're not listening though.
I heard you.
But you're not listening. You heard me, but you're not listening, because there's so many narratives out there. It's a lot of narratives. Okay. So, you believe what you believe, but we can come up with a whole new narrative and we can say it's true too. So just
I wish Sister Ma was here, because everybody believed that they were the Jesus, flesh and blood, bone, farting and shitting and pissing. All right. That was not the case. Jesus was a son, the Son, S-U-N. Even the Bible says that.
We're not even talking about Jesus
no,
right
I'm talking
now.
about, listen to what I'm saying. That's one narrative. One narrative says
that's what we're talking about. Narratives.
Was a white boy, blue eyes and blonde hair, right?
Don't nobody believe that.
Exactly.
Don't nobody believe that narrative, okay? But you do have some people that believe that narrative, and that's their narrative. That's
my point. That's my point. But the idea is that Jesus is the atom, electron, proton, and neutron. 3. Do you see that? This is going back to way back to Egypt, even before then.
Okay, that's your narrative. That's not my narrative.
No, but I understand what you're saying. I'm not saying. I'm looking at it objectively. I'm not going to be trying to be prejudiced.
Okay, where did the fallen angels fit in that whole Egypt thing? The Egypt. Where did the fallen angels fall in that? Where did Nephilim fall in that? Where did all of that come?
It deep. Just like I was trying to say with the air. With air, how do you know air exists?
How do you know it don't?
That's a good point.
Okay,
that's a very good point.
Exactly.
But we know it does.
Okay, but where did it start?
Hold on. Queen said, hold on. What did Queen say? Queen said, the Civil War. I think that was her. Hold on.
Civil War was not about Christianity.
Yeah. Queen, I wasn't talking about the Civil War. I was talking about the Inquisition of the Jews out of Spain and Portugal. That's what I was talking. I wasn't talking about the Civil War. That's a whole nother thing.
We can do this argument. We can go back and forth all day long.
No, but I'm going to bring the facts and the sources. Hold on, baby. I'm going to bring the facts and the sources. Now, whether you accept them or not.
No. We're going to bring facts too. I'm just saying, because you have several narratives, because nobody knows the truth. Seriously, you have a lot of narratives because everybody is trying to understand where did it all start. And you're talking to people that wasn't even there that's trying to tell you that it's this, and this. But we have evidence that it's this, and this. So here you go back to the narratives. What is the truth? How do we know that who you talk to got it from where? Where'd they get it from? White folk? Because that's
no. See, stop. Maybe go. Stop saying white folk. They dumb than a motherfucker. We're getting it, and I get it from primary sources of black folk who wrote this, that, and the other.
Where did they get it from?
Look. Hold on.
Okay, who's doing? We're talking about research.
Hold on, baby. I'm going to try to explain this. Throughout our empire, whether you're talking about the Malian, Stonehenge, Ghana, or whatever the case, there were resources, books, library, the Alexander Library, and all of these had proof of what we did and what our ancestors did because they wrote it down. And what's the name of the Arabic and other language, the Ge'ez and other things. So when you look at that, that goes back thousands upon thousands of years. That information is still there. It ain't like, we're just making up some shit.
Well, a lot of stuff was destroyed. A lot of stuff was destroyed. We know that.
Yeah, but a lot of it wasn't. But not all of it. They burned the fuck out of it. But the idea is that information is still there, baby.
Okay, but so you're talking about Egypt. When you start talking about Egypt, you're not even talking about the never mind. Just Okay. We'll talk about it. No, we don't talk about it.
Y'all better do y'all homework.
I'm a tag team
Y'all
here.
better do y'all homework. That's all I got to say.
No,
And everybody in the chat, please be here next week. If you know,
really interesting.
but Marie, this is my personal plea to you. If you know personally my aunt, and I love the fact that she really stood on her business during the interview with you. She is a Lion of Judah, know it or not. But she brought it to the how you say she brought it to, you know what I'm trying to say. She brought it to the front part of the stove. I guess that's not right. but tell her to be here next Sunday sharp.
I will deliver your message.
Yes, sir.
I will.
And tell her to call me because she got my number. I ain't called yet. What I understand.
I will deliver your message. So make sure y'all all be here next Sunday, 4 o'clock. It's going down. This is going to be bigger than the Thriller in Manila. So we are going to knock his foolishness out the water.
I want y'all to come hard and fast at me, boy. Hard and fast.
We're coming with everything we got.
Don't come light. I'm about to say light skin. Don't come light-handed.
Oh, most definitely. It's going to be on and popping.
It's just so weird how everybody has a narrative about, so you know what I'm saying? So where do you get the truth? How do you know what's true? That's what I'm saying. Everybody got a narrative. You know, everybody, well, this came from here and it came from here and it started here. And everybody got a narrative. But so everybody got research from different places. So how do you know what's true?
Well,
because the truth never need to be defended, right? It's only the lie that you told or that people tell.
We see
White
that.
folks are lying.
We see that.
Right. Okay. So with that being said, you guys hold on, baby. Hold on, baby. Hold on.
You hold on.
I'm sorry, sir. This is your show.
Exactly. This actually happened. It's not a myth. It's not something that suggested it happened. This is something that actually happened. You have the proof. You have the evidence. There's no discussing whether or not it happened. It did happen. So, Sunday, when we come in and deal, you have to bring your evidence that the stuff that you're saying actually happened. If you're going to say Thomas Jefferson is black, then you need to prove Thomas Jefferson is black. This is put up or shut up. We got to make sure.
Right. It's just like, hold on. Let me say this.
Because controlling our own stories is what we must do. Right? Because this is about making sure that we get justice for our people. And we don't want our people. Hell, think about it. If Thomas Jefferson is black, and all of these damn years we've been saying that cracker is white, this, that, and the other thing. And now all of a sudden, Brother Isaiah pulling out that he is black. And we like, what? Thomas Jefferson is black?
He said Christopher Columbus was black too. He said Christopher Columbus was black too, didn't you?
I'm black too.
Didn't you say Christopher Columbus was black too?
Yes. I got it all written down. I'm gonna bring all the evidence.
Queen says,
but let me add to both of you guys. All right. The FBI, the head of the FBI, Hoover. Was he black or white?
Well, they said he had a little black in him, right?
Okay, he was black. Okay.
He had some black in him.
Okay. Now we got that to the side. We can put that to the side and to the rest. He was black. What about Eisenhower? Was he black or white?
You tell me which one. I don't know.
He was black.
Okay.
He was black. We had quite a few black presidents.
President Eisenhower, General Eisenhower, right?
General Eisenhower, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just asking to make sure I know.
Yeah. General Dwight. Ain't no white boy named Dwight. Eisenhower.
All right. Make sure you're able to prove all this good stuff, mister.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I
That's
will,
all
sir.
I'm saying.
I will, sir.
And, Mayat showed up. She right here.
Oh,
She
where's she at? That's my girl.
yeah.
Sister Maya, I love your show with Brother Marie. Man, I love the hell out of that. You did an excellent job. I'm here to tell you. But please be here next Sunday. I'm gonna bring it, baby. Bring it. And the idea or not the concept, the show will be about whether or not and who were the slaves that were sent to the West Africa. I am saying and would prove next Sunday that these people were Jews from Portugal and Spain. And after the 1492 Inquisition, it was a racial thing. No, it was a Christian versus everybody else thing because that's what was going on at the time. Black people created Christianity. The first, what do we call those people who do sacrifice their lives or something? Or the black woman and black men. This is very well documented. And Sister Ma'at, please, please, please come here next week. Because if you know anything about the Inquisition and about the Jews who were black, who had been expelled out of Portugal and Spain in 1492, they were shipped, transported as slaves based upon the Manuelian document or order that said that these so-called Jews must be transported to West Africa and to San Tome, which is right off the coast of West Africa, and to Haiti and Dominican Republic, where I'm at, and throughout America and the world. That is what happened. It had nothing to do with white folk transporting or putting people in slavery. That came later, right? So the thing is that even there's one person who came up with uh, um, the first slaves in Virginia. I told here them that these were black Jews that showed up in Virginia, better known as I want to say her first name was Isabella. I'm not sure, but their last name was Negro, better known as Yaya in Portugal. There's a whole community of these Jews back then who were blacker than black. They told the Jews, the black Jews of Spain, don't go to Germany marrying these motherfuckers. Otherwise, you'll be out of the community. They were very serious about staying black and being black, period. But please be here next week. Yeah, yeah. Well, I agree with you, Norma. That no lip motherfucker. He had a black mama now. But like we always say that if you can pass, you can pass. A lot of people pass. A lot of black people pass. Mae West, Babe Ruth, you name it. I said Christianity is Africa's child, but it has been twisted to uphold European domination. And that's exactly, check out that video that I sent you guys with Abraham Traore. It explains a lot. Please do. I'm going to put that, hold on, I'm going to put that in the chat again. And please check out that video. It explains what these nasty ass motherfucking wannabe white folks have done up until this very day. Please check out that video. Can you put it up on okay, yeah. Please check that video out. And there's a whole lot of other ones as well. So yeah. So as we always say. Are you ready? Are you ready for the mom?
Hold on, let me say this. I want
Okay.
to thank our chat audience for participating in everything that we do. That little test that we had in the beginning of the program, it went very, very well. And we definitely love the chat participation, and we could understand where the mindset is. We're not that far off each other at all, except for Isaiah thinking America is freedom. But hey, we understand the stuff coming out of his mouth now. But next Sunday is showdown. Next Sunday is showdown, and we're gonna get to the bottom of all of this stuff. and see what's the real truth, because there's only one truth. There ain't no your truth, this truth. It's one truth, and we're going to establish that one truth here next Sunday. So everybody make sure that you come, make sure that you participate. We're going to go ahead to closing comments. Sister Cassie, you want to go ahead and do closing comments?
What we going to do with you, Isaiah?
You can get
really good. Hey. We started out really good talking about the narrative. We have a lot of narratives out there. Mute your computer. Mute your mic, Isaiah. We have a lot of narratives out here, and everybody, Maurice, you have a narrative. Isaiah, you got a narrative. Everybody has a narrative, and we have followed different individuals. I've heard Anthony Boulder. I've heard him speak. I agree with some and some I don't, but that's my narrative. You know what I'm saying? And you have a lot, and he has a lot of followers also. But if you believe in Egyptian, ideologies, and that's okay. But like I said, it's narratives. You have 50 million narratives about Black people, but where's the truth? We have to get to the truth. And how do we get to the truth? The Quran says one thing, the Bible says one thing, Anthony says one thing. You have all of these people that has their own narratives, but who was there? Nobody was actually there. So how do we really know where is everybody getting all this information from? You understand what I'm saying? We can get it from here. We can say, oh, so-and-so said this. Okay, well, where did he get it? Where did he get the information? And that could be his own understanding too. So we have to look at that. Your narrative is what you grew up with, what you research, how you research, what area in your life you did your research. Where were you at in life when you did your research? Were you coming out of Christianity? Because I meet a lot of people that came out of the church very angry now. You know what I'm saying? I see them all the time. But my thing is, it's not about that. It's about, you had one guy, what's his name? Kevin Weasley. He was a preacher, right? Come out of Christianity, went through his little spurt of being angry, and then they get into some other stuff, and now he talking about polygamy and 3 wives and all this stuff, but before he didn't even believe in all that. So there we go. At what point did you do your research, and where are you today as far as your research? What is going on mentally with you? And as far as the narrative, how deep did you go to study the narrative? And did you just stop? Oh, I read up on this, and it sounds really good. Let me study that. And that's what we believe. So narratives change all the time, but what's the truth? What's the true narrative? Who really knows? And I rest with that.
All right, thank you.
I think we can get to it on Sunday, though.
Well, most definitely, we sure will. But Isaiah, your closing comments.
Fuck all white folks. Now look. I'm going to admit the truth and speak truth to power. This is what I always do on Sunday. This is what I always do on Saturday night. I'm not trying to bullshit nobody. I'm not trying to play no game. I'm not trying to make myself out to be more than what I am. I am in kindergarten as far as I am concerned in regard to world history. That's why I keep pushing. That's why I keep reading. That's why I keep doing everything in our ancestors' name to prove to me and to anybody else that don't know. If you don't know, shut the fuck up. If you don't know, shut the fuck up and let truth bear itself out. It's not hard to see. You know I'm a motherfucking man. I ain't got to prove that shit. Cassie is a woman. I ain't got to prove that shit. I'm here in the Dominican Republic. I ain't got to prove that shit. Now, if you don't want to believe that, you want to believe that I'm a woman, that's on you. What the fuck? If you don't want to believe that I'm here in the Dominican Republic, hablando español a tu mujer, mi mujer, mi esposa, en cualquier más otra gente afuera de mi casa, es en ti, no yo.
Can you interpret that?
Yeah. I was saying, if you don't believe I speak Spanish to my wife and anybody else out here, outside when I'm outside, that's on you.
Oh, Lordy.
You know goddamn well I speak Spanish. Be honest. I just broke past Brother Muhammad with the Hebrew, man. I was struggling trying to, what the fuck is this motherfucker trying to say? Oh my Lord, because it's like you got the Hebrew letters, and if it was like the English letters, the Spanish letters, I'd be speaking that motherfucker right now. But now I got the basics of it. So now all I got to do is just learn the verbs and the adverbs and the nouns and all of this and that. And that. I'm off and running, son. I had to be 3 languages. I'm looking because my rabbi, he speaks 6. I'm like, fuck, how do you keep all that shit in your head? But look, let me get back on track. I love you guys, man. I genuinely love you guys. You guys have pushed me to the upper limit and beyond. When I was first on this show, I don't want to say I stuttered, but I was kind of like nervous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you should be nervous.
Yeah, but it wasn't nervous like I didn't know what the fuck I was saying. Like it wasn't my normal course of being. But anyway, you guys have given me a hell of a floor that has really allowed me to grow. And I really want to say thank you for that. You know what I mean? Because from here on out, we just gonna get closer and closer and closer until we become one. I got a boy who lives here, and I can say something, he can finish the sentence. Ain't that a bitch? That's how close we are. So I know for a fact that the more harmonious we become as a group here on Brother Maurice's show, and as a people, the same frequency, the same vibration, is the very essence that of God that connects each of us. You feel me? And that's all about love, love of self, love of others, love of all, and the truth seeking of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And I can't even express the gratitude that I have with you guys. And it's just how it is. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna know your tribe. You feel me? You're gonna know your tribe, and 'cause that they speak to you, you speak to them, and we might have a discourse of that is a little bit off, but it's not gonna be too far off. Like next Sunday, it's not gonna be too far off. I'm gonna do my homework now. See, I know what I want to say, but you saying bring the mayonnaise. I guess I don't know how you want to say that. I don't know. But like the show, we gotta be very, very, very careful about what agenda we are pushing. And obviously, the only agenda is the black agenda, black first. And when we look at our ancestors, the most recent, and going back, the historical experts that we've had showing us and telling us what we were and what we are and what we will be, it's all in the power of now. There you go, brother Marie. Before, after, and way after. And Sister Ma'at, the sun, I mean, Jesus was the sun. And when they talk about Jesus walking on water, you're talking about the rays of the sun walking on the water. That's what that is. It's a metaphor. Our ancestors spoke in metaphor, spoke in the mysticism of the Egyptian school. It was deep, man, and it involved math and science and agriculture and the stars of the heavens, because they understood that what is inside of us is outside of is outside of us as well. So my last thing is, you know what it is? Fuck all white.
Fuck all white folk.
I'll throw it back at you.
All right, thank you, dear brother. This was a great program. Even though we got derailed at the end of it.
No, we didn't get derailed. It was God influence, bro. It was God influence. So everything has a reason to exist and to be. And in our being we be, and in our be we bees. You know what I mean? I be like that, and I bees like that. You know what I'm talking about.
And so there was a few videos.
Next week. How about that?
Exactly. Exactly. There was a few videos I wanted us to get into, but we didn't make it that far. But I want us to understand it is our responsibility to declare our narrative, to protect our narrative, to take control of our narrative. Because when we allow the enemy to take control of our narrative, the lies will just pounce on. And next thing you know, you wouldn't know whether you're walking right or left. You don't know whether you're looking up or down. And so this is a reality that we have to destroy. We have to destroy the false narrative, because the true narrative is that we are God's chosen. We are his people, period, point blank. And we can't let that go. Their time is up. They have a 0 birth rate, period, point blank. They have a 0 birth rate. So why in the hell would we allow dying people to set our agenda? Why would we allow a dying people to continue to live and thrive off of us? All that shit comes to an end, and it comes to an end now. We must protect our narrative. We must control our narrative
and protect the name of our ancestors.
And when you understand the power to define who and what you are, who and how you're going to live, that's powerful. And the enemy doesn't want you to understand that power, nor does he want you to operate in that power. He wants you to still be his niggas so he can control you. But all of that day is done. It is done. So that's where you at. Everything calling on you, and you done fell asleep. You done missed the test. You done fell asleep. I'm calling on you, Earth Angel. This Earth Angel, and oh, man. You got
Earth Angel, we needed you.
You got a lot to make up for now.
Well, guys, thank God she can go back and watch it. That's a he or she?
Yeah, that's a she.
Oh, she can come back and watch it.
Yeah, she can go back and watch it. And again, I thank everybody for joining us on this powerful program. And Maya, to your question, how did we get on Jesus? That's because Brother Isaiah brought your name and Jesus up because he was getting his ass kicked. He was drowning. So he's threw out your name.
You lied. He lied, Sister Maya.
He was drowning.
We're gonna see about this next time. I'm gonna put my foot in his back. The truth ain't playing. The truth ain't playing. They can stand there like Superman hanging. The truth ain't playing. It ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta make up some shit. It's the lies that you gotta defend. A lie gotta keep on lying, but the truth just stand right there like Superman, just hanging.
Hey, we're gonna have it too. So as we always say,
you kill a nigga and you and I'll kill a nigga and me. And our God will reign supreme. We are Black first today, tomorrow, and forever. I hope you like my southern drawl. And from this day forward, for the next 24/7, 365, baby, stay black and fuck all white folks.
Peace, family.
Love y'all. Peace.
So you better get the message and get it straight. You're gonna need some bridge work. It's simple as that. Because we're living in judgment. We're living in implementation.